Welcome back to FireCast Season 1, Episode
12.
12?
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
with my co-host DZ.
What's cracking?
And today we've got Joey on the episode.
What's goody?
Thanks for coming, bruh.
Yeah, this is
Anytime.
you've been keen to come on for a while, eh? So
Yeah, I've been been fanboying you boys for quite a while now, but no, it's good. It's good to see what you boys are doing, especially because I actually know you. So it's it's different. Like when an artist comes, he's popping, and you don't know him, you don't appreciate it as much. But
Yeah, fucking oath.
you appreciate it from guys from the area and stuff coming up, and it's been popping your shit.
It's good.
Fucking yeah, you're always showing heaps mad support.
Well, it's good. That's what I agree. It's good to like support people, especially from the area, because especially Western Sydney, we're always looked down as like the fucking,
Deros.
like the Deros and shit like that. So I feel like we do okay with music out here. So
Yeah,
that's
lately, fuck yeah.
So my first question, Joey, is so obviously you don't produce and make music and stuff like that. So this question is going to be not directed in production, but more so because I know for a fact that you love rap and you listen to rap. Like you don't just, I know for a fact you're not one of those guys that just listens to like the beat and just sort of like, you're listening to the lyrics and what these fuckers are saying and shit like that, right? So is rap your first like genre that you've listened to? Because I know personally most people don't start off listening to rap. I know I didn't. I started off listening to fucking hardstyle, and then from hardstyle I started listening to Park, and then from Park I was like, holy fuck, I think I love rap. And then that's how it, but for me it always started with electronic music, and I feel like I know a lot of people start for some reason with electronic music, and it's either, I don't know, because you go to parties or shit like that, but is it always been rap for you, or did you start with something else?
It's all like back in the day. It was like old school R&B and hip hop, Ja Rule, Ashanti, like Chris Brown when he was coming up, like all that, Lil Wayne, like Drake when he was Young Money and all that. And then eventually, it kind of music changes, as you know, over the years. You listen to a song back in the day without knowing when it was made. You can tell that it was an old school track, by the beats and the sounds. But then it's kind of like as it progressed, I would start just listening to the beat, and then people would spit over beats, and then more complex artists would jump on the beat, and I'm like, oh, that's interesting. And I would always watch on YouTube, do you know street rap battles when there's a cappella? And I'd go like, and we're just dissing each other and people get cut, you know what I mean? And I would watch that and I would lose my shit. And then eventually, because they're very slow at spitting, easier to pick up. Then you add a beat to it, and then rappers are coming out spitting heaps of bars at a time. So I would look up genius lyrics online heaps, and then I would not be satisfied until I would nail it. Like in the car, you have ample time to listen to shit.
Yeah, fucking.
And when I would nail a verse, I would act like I spat it. Like those are my bars. And like DNA by Kendrick is one of the fastest verses I've ever heard. And that alone, I was like in the car just spitting to that. So it was kind of like I can hear a lot more than most people, but also a lot of people are in my boat as well. The same boat like yourself, obviously DZ and you, Iggy, I'm assuming. But for example, my missus Tori, she when I show her a song, I want her to appreciate it as much as me. So I'll be in the car and be like, yeah, listen to this, and then he'll drop a verse, a certain person, and I'll be like, look at her like, did you see that? Like, did you hear that? And she's like, yeah, sweet. Like, it doesn't understand. So it's kind of frustrating that not everyone can join you on that journey and appreciate it as much. But like when you, DZ, when you spit, like even your latest shit, like Lemon Pepper, the remix,
the freestyle,
I'm not even joking. You can confirm this with Tori. I told her as soon as I got home, you made me miss an exit ramp on the M7. No, you did, because I was hearing it for the first time. Boom, I clicked at YouTube. So you uploaded it to Instagram, the first half. I followed it up with a YouTube thing. It showed me the whole thing. Bro, it was like I missed the thing, and I ended up going driving almost to work, which is it takes me 40 minutes to get to work, and I was 10 minutes from work, and I had to drive back around. So I might as well play it again. So I was playing it again.
Fuck yeah.
I love it, bro.
That was a good one, bro. And fun fact, I didn't swear at all once in that.
I swear.
Yeah, I didn't swear once. So he'll cut it out and shit.
Oh, okay, yeah. No, but I don't know, man.
That's fucking mad.
Bro, trust me, I swear to God, bro, like a no word of a lie. Like, I was a bit, had a bit to smoke, but that's nothing to do with it, bro. Like, I wasn't just driving. I was like, do you know, you're listening and you're like, so I wasn't just like, I was like, and how you were talking about, you're like, most of these people just go through life without knowing their meaning basically,
giving a
and I'm
second
trying to
thought.
leave my mark. You know what I mean? And then, fuck, what else, bro? There's so many, bro. If it plays, within 2-3 songs of your song playing, I know some words to it already. Like,
Yeah, that's mad.
it's hectic.
Fucking
Man.
knows.
Oh, it's all good, bro. Yeah.
Okay, so cool. Now I'll direct that same question to DZ because
Yes, sir.
you've never really been into EDM, have you?
Not really.
It's always been the
little
words
bit.
for you.
Yeah, pretty much. I didn't like music up until like
You realized you could rap, or
like year 7, bro. I didn't like music, like period. And then you'd always play shit in your room, usually like EDM, sometimes Hobson and shit. And that's really where I kind of started getting into music. So it kind of has always been rap for me, to be honest. Because by the time I got into rap, that's what I was listening to. Hobson, like fucking Sag My Pants and, that era.
So when Hobson was first blowing up with Funk Volume, that's what I was into because I was listening to Puck as well. And then I was listening to Funk Volume. And then that's when I found Odd Future. And that's when I really fucking like dove deep. Like I listened to every single Odd Future member, any one of their albums, EPs, whatever you name it, I've heard it.
Yeah,
and I listened to
fan.
Yeah,
what happened to Odd Future? They were there for a bit, but didn't they?
They split up.
They split up. Yeah.
Earl Sweatshirt, didn't he get something about he was in New Zealand or something? And he couldn't come back.
He got sent to Samoa or something, didn't he?
Samoa.
His mum didn't like his lifestyle or something.
Did you ever see that film clip? I don't forget what song it was, but they all just eat drugs.
They put it in the blender and shit.
They put it in the blender. They start. Obviously, I'm assuming maybe it was fake, but when I watched it, I was like, "This is 100% real." They're bleeding from their noses.
No, I'm pretty sure it was
convulsing.
Fake. But yeah, so I remember because there was a few statuses between like Hodgie and Tyler. It all obviously starts from Tyler because Tyler was like the one who
The head.
He was like the head. He invented it, come up with Odd Future, and then he started to blow up a little bit more than the rest of them, and he hit the more mainstream side. And you don't know what happens behind closed doors. Like with a big group like that, anything can happen. People don't see eye to eye, different ideas, different visions, want to take the group in a different direction. But Tyler started really blowing up and started doing shit with like A$AP Rocky and shit like that. Like he was getting real like radio attention, and the rest of them weren't really blowing up as much. So it could have been something to do with that. I know for a fact I did some research. Earl Sweatshirt was getting real heavy on the drugs. And like, I'm not talking about like just party drugs. I'm talking like heroin and shit. He was deep in it. Like if you listen to the song Hive with him and Vince Staples, I'm pretty sure in that video clip, he's fucking fried out of his brain. Yeah. Like it's a scary clip, bro. They got like masks and it's all demonic and shit. Yeah. So that's probably why he got deported to wherever the fuck he got sent. But I don't really know what happened. All you know is that they break up and it's the end of a very, very
good era
of music, man. Like
same thing happened with Hobson and Funk Volume. They broke up too.
But why did they break up though? Because I know Hobson's been going through some personal shit though for years.
Yeah,
was that something to do with his kid, or he can't see his kid?
Oh, that was with his missus from. She's from Australia. She's from fucking local area. She's from around here.
Apparently, he used to go skating at fucking St. Mary's skatebowl and shit, and cunts would flock there because Hobson was there for the day. Like, yeah,
but they broke up. I think over so Dame or something was a co-manager, Swizz's brother, I think, and it was money problems or something. Hobson made whole Illmind 8 about it.
It's always money problems.
Yeah, usually.
It's always money
problems. Crazy how somewhere or another, like some artists just fall out and some adapt and stay with it. You know what I mean? Like,
I
don't know, man. You got to just try and be like. That's why some people they don't like artists that change, but you have to change.
Yeah, fuck it.
Yeah.
Eminem's the biggest example.
Biggest,
bro. Everyone, I hate him and Kendrick. When Kendrick released To Pimp a Butterfly, after he did that album, what is it, Section 80 maybe? I forget. I might be missing an album, but. Everyone shat on him, bro. And then Eminem, man. Yeah, Same Eminem thing. Flopped on an album, whatever. Like, but, man, how can we, from us regular people sitting on the couch at home, be so critical of these guys that are 100%. Well beyond us?
Yeah, fucking know.
Like, but I don't know, man. You just got to adapt, I guess. And that's what I feel like with you, DZ, like your lyricism isn't shallow at all, bro. You know what I mean? Like when I first listened to, I think Supervillain was the first song I heard of you. And that was, even from then to now, bro, was a big. You've come a long way.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean? Bro. You can tell, man.
For sure.
So it is. I reckon you'll be able to adapt though through the years. It's just some people can't for some reason, or just I don't know, stars don't align, or
and that's what it's about too. Like I'm I look forward to being able to change and adapt and trying new styles, and I always want to kind of try change it up where I can. But like Supervillain, that wasn't very deep at all. I don't think I had maybe.
Nah, we'll fuck it around a lot on that.
And I still do that, man. Like, to be honest with me, when it comes, I like making music with a lot of feeling and depth when it comes to me. But what's more fun for me really is clever patterns, you know, because I listen to a lot of Tech Nine and Ritz and shit. That's what I'm looking. Yeah. So it's rhyming all the internal words, you know what I mean? So that's the funnest part for me. But obviously, sometimes when I'm feeling a type of way and you get in the studio, it just takes over you, man.
You can't be full in your feels Drake all the time. You got to be like, it's fun to talk shit. You got to talk yourself up, talk shit. That's what it's about as well.
It's like a sport. I always think of it as a sport. Rapping, like intricate rapping and creating intelligent patterns. That's fun to me. It's like a puzzle, you know, trying to figure out the best way to make these words rhyme. So, I mean, it is going to be hard, especially like I've always said, when we start to get more like popular and a bit of a bigger audience. It's going to be hard. That's why I said, I think a couple episodes ago, it's so hard for me to now, like, for example, my EP probably could have been done this week, but I've just been playing games all week because I've just needed a break, bro. Like, you need that mental break, because it gets to the point where, especially for me, I can make something, right? And it could sound way better than what the next bedroom producer can make, right? Way better. And they'd probably dream to be able to make what I just did. But to me, I just hate it. And I'm like, fuck this. And like the amount of decent shit I've deleted over the past couple months, especially this year, I reckon if Deez had like heard it, he'd probably slap me.
Like, so do you ever keep, if you're not 100% sure with something, do you just scrap it, or do you throw it out or do you keep it in the backlog and then maybe come back to it later? Because you might feel it one day. Have you ever heard a track and you're like, nah, and then you hear it again later, or you have to warm up to it? I don't know. Or do you know from the start, Iggy, do you know if when you make it, you're like, nah, that's not it? Or you're like, oh, it has potential?
I do have like a throwaway folder, or like sometimes I keep things that I know I can go back to, but if I get in this, like in a mood where I'm in a real sour mood and I just not feeling it, I'll go, nah, I can't do this. Like, I'm not feeling it. I'm not coming back to this. So I just get rid of it because it takes up space on my computer.
Fuck that, bro.
But there is a lot of songs where I've left them for like even a couple of days, even like if I just go have a break for an hour and I come back and I go, oh, okay, fuck, this is actually okay. That happens all the time. Like the song, my latest Floodlights, my latest dance track, right? That was a 100% throwaway, a complete throwaway. But that was a throwaway where that track was basically done, and I was like, I got it finished to the end, and I went, fuck this shit, and I just crossed it off, right? But I didn't delete it, and then I went back to it like at the start of this year, and I just randomly saw it on my PC. I'm like, oh, what the fuck is this? I opened it, and I'm like, what the fuck? This is almost finished. Listened to it, and I'm like, you know what? I might as well just release it rather than just delete it. Fuck it. Did a few little changes and then released it. Like, I don't even fucking like the song, but I just fucking,
I do that all the time, bro. Because the way I think about it is, if you don't like it, bro, someone else will, man. It doesn't matter how many people don't like it, like, because your fan base, man, they want to hear different shit. And I have a lot of songs I don't like that I've released. Yeah. Especially after all these changes I've made, and I know that I've improved, and then I go back and listen to my old shit or sometimes. It's like, you know, but people like it, so.
I guess some people are more about the quality than quantity. And then you got like instead of releasing almost everything you record, some people just want to, you know, when they go through their Spotify playlist, they want to hear banger after banger. Not that that's what you're not aiming for. Like, obviously, you're aiming for that every time, but maybe some people want to filter out the mediocre shit.
I feel that for sure. I definitely see that, but it's just the way I work, man. It's just like, you know, I'm too fast paced, bro. Like, I just like dropping shit.
Well, you're putting out music like no tomorrow, and it's crazy that
it's fun.
But isn't it crazy? Like, the more you blow up, eventually people don't have to do as much. Like, eventually, when you get to the point where you're like J. Cole's about to drop on midnight. He's about to drop an interlude, a part of his album, and bro, everyone is frothing because he's got himself there. Where he's done the work, he's doing what you've done, and just been all over the shop, like with all his music, and then now. You just wait for it, but you got to get there first. I remember you talking about it, you guys, in one of your podcasts before. Yeah. You have to get yourself there in order to get there. You can't release. I think you said it, DZ. You got to put out shit, otherways people don't want to.
Exactly. You know? If you're not established, you don't have the big enough foundation. People aren't going to wait for you, bro. They'll forget about you, man. Like 200 monthly listeners, like what we got. if we stop, it's just gonna go down, bro. People don't wait around unless you're fucking Drake or fucking J. Cole.
Well, perfect example, because since Spirit and Jackal, when we released Spirit and Jackal, I cracked like 180 monthly listeners, and now because I haven't released anything in ages, I'm down all the way back to like 60.
It goes down, bro. You got to put in the hard yards.
You know what I mean? Like you got to keep it in people's faces. You got to keep it in people's face, almost to the point of spam. You got to keep it there. You got to stay relevant. You know what I mean?
I thought for some reason when you said listeners, I just thought that straight away when they listen to your shit, your number stays that way. But listeners means just who's currently listening.
Yeah, not monthly listeners,
not your followers.
Yes. No. So you have Spotify followers, and then you've got the listeners. And when you click on someone's Spotify, what it shows under their name is the monthly listeners. So that's when Eminem would be however many million, or J. Cole would be 100,000s. Like, you know what I mean? Yeah, so it shows for everyone,
but it fluctuates. So you know, if you drop a album 1 month, your listeners will go up heaps, and then after that month, if you don't drop anything for a while, it'll just decline.
So ideally, you want to release minimum 1 track a month, minimum.
And you have to try find that balance between quality and quantity. It's like what you were saying. Like I like releasing shit, but if I don't believe in it, and you know, I gotta understand that it's pretty good. Like there's a certain threshold that you have to pass, you know, so you have to kind of keep that momentum, but try keep your shit not trash at the same time.
That red wine cypher had me feeling some type of ways.
Yeah, the boys killed that shit, man.
Like you're obviously in fun form, Dizzy. There's no like surprise there, but Moby has 2 different Mobies, right?
Yeah.
Moby has fucking, what was that song? I was playing it.
Fucking
no, you can't see.
I like that one.
Bro, I was literally, I'd be at the gym, right? And you're supposed to be listening to fucking shit. I'm listening. That comes on. I'm gonna skip it, and I go, you know what? No, I'm singing about a fucking breakup, bro.
And you're fucking working out.
Yeah, but when Mo B came in on the red wine cipher, bro, I even inboxed him. I'm like, man, you have found that's your rap voice. Don't like. I like his other shit as well. Don't get me wrong. It's It's good that he has 2 different aliases, kind of thing. It feels like 2 different aliases.
Yeah.
You know what kind of, but he's found that like that rhythm as well, bro. I don't know who was after you, DZ, but he sounds alright.
He's good, bro.
I've never heard of him.
The flow, he killed that, man. Both those boys killed that. Easy Locks,
same with
all of them.
Same
Moby.
with Izzy Locks.
Yeah, Izzy for sure.
I agree with what Joey said about Moby. Izzy Locks also is the type of guy. He's got like 2 different personas, because like he does a lot of R&B type like pop stoner vibes.
Yeah.
But he can bar out, man.
He can fucking rap
he
as
can
well.
bar out, bro.
Yeah.
But also, I'll give it to Izzy. When I initially heard him, I was like, oh no, he's trying to sound American, right? No, this is honest, the first thing. But then I listened to 1 or 2 of his songs, but he does it in the sense that it's not like a try hard. Do you know what I mean? Like if
it's Australian, it's Australian hip hop, but we because obviously all music you hear from Australia takes influence from America,
like Kid Laroi.
Yes. Unless you're Cursor, who completely takes the Aussie thing 100%.
Like that kind of shit,
we all 100% take shit from American producers, rappers, and stuff like that. So it's gonna sound American for sure.
The thing with Izzy is when you start, like I started rapping a lot like that too, because of what you're saying. It's a lot of American culture, but it's like, I personally prefer just doing the whole Aussie thing, but Izzy owns that style, bro. He does the whole stoner thing with that voice and the way the way he enunciates shit. It's good.
There is no one in, I would think, probably say the country that sounds like Izzy Locks, bro.
And
that's no cap.
He's unique.
But you can kind of tell he's not American. You can tell it's a non-American person, but that's what I'm saying. Like it doesn't sound like he's trying too hard.
Yeah, he's not trying to sound American. It's just the way he's the way he's pronouncing shit.
Yeah. And like even Mary Jane, his song with also a Moby.
Moby's on there,
but Izzy just goes hard all the time, man. I love it.
He's a great artist, man.
He's also, his work rate is also very, very crazy. Very similar to DZ, because I've sent him the song me and him got together, like Wavy. I sent him that beat and he sent back the whole verse and chorus that night. And I was like, oh fuck. I was like,
crazy,
what
man.
the
See,
fuck?
I wonder if his style of how he raps or at least gets his lyrics on the page is similar to you, DZ. Like I wonder how, you'd obviously know way more about this, but do you ever discuss with Mo B or Izzy or someone how they come up with what they come up with? Because surely it's different for every person, man. Like,
not really. We haven't really spoken about it. I mean, maybe we've kind of touched on it a little bit when he was on.
I know for a 100% fact, Moby does the whole listens to the beat and then just goes like mumbles a rhythm. And then goes back and starts filling in words.
That's a good way to do it.
Yeah, a lot of people do it like that.
I can imagine Izzy would do the same with the songs he makes because he can flow all over those beats, and then you go back and you fill it. I do that too, but more rarely because for me, I gotta fucking, I'm trying to do word all rhyming. Like it's just fucking too fast for me to mumble sometimes.
It's gotten to the point now, bro. I'll be watching that cipher. Like, so I sent that cipher to a mate from work, and then he's like, "Oh, who are those boys on your show?" I'm like, yeah, just my mates, bro.
Yeah, bro.
But legit, they don't want to give you. But legit, this isn't anything against you guys, but they don't want to give anyone the time of day that isn't American or isn't well known.
Yeah, of course.
And that's how initially I was. I used to hate Aussie rap, hate it until I heard Rap Zombie by Chillin' It, and then I went, hold up, who's this guy?
Yeah.
Listen to that road rage spit that he done in the car with his mates, sort of Wombat, Nerve, all those guys. And then I was kind of more open minded to the point where it kind of floods my phone now.
That's the same as me.
Yeah.
That's the same as me because that newer generation, it's like an Australian take on American hip hop. You know what I mean? Like we're borrowing things and style, but we're doing it in an Aussie way, and that's what's so great about it. I think it's creating our own unique sound, but the words are getting more intricate. Complete is a great rapper when it comes. He's very similar to me in the way that he's making very complex rhymes. And so, the fact that we have Complete and he's doing that in his fucking Aussie-ass accent. Have you listened to much Complete?
No,
either of you?
I've never heard Complete. I'm not going to sit there and lie to you.
Yeah,
no.
he's from Perth.
Okay.
And he's got a real hard Aussie accent, but he raps his ass off, bro. And it's like fast. It's a similar style to intricate patterns, very fast delivery.
Okay.
He's great, bro, and his accent is full on Aussie.
I love that, man. That's hectic. That is fucking great.
But that
awesome.
style is like an American thing. That style, that way we rap.
Yeah, no, that's fucking sick, man. See, I like the Aussie rap, man. I really do.
But have you always been a fan though?
Yep.
Oh.
Yep.
Yeah, you liked Curse of that. Yeah,
360 and shit.
Yep.
Okay.
So like I said, same thing. It all started when the big rap battles between Cursor and 360. Once that started sort of coming around the internet and stuff, I started listening to Pez, 360, Illy, Cursor, a little bit of Forte, Enter. Like I've always loved that shit for ages. Even way back when I was like in year 7, used to listen to like Schemo and Sky High and shit, and they were literally doing can't fucking go and stab you. They were literally doing that type of rap, bro, and I used to love it, bro. I loved it.
I used to like a little bit of Cursor fucking back in the day.
Bro, I've got heaps of Cursor on my playlist, bro.
He's actually pretty good, bro.
Honestly, you can't fucking fuck around and say that he really did help bring Australian rap to light, bro.
Yeah, he definitely
because
did.
Before Cursor, what were we doing?
There was
nothing.
there was
nothing. There was literally, like I said, before Cursor, you had Enter, Sky High, Schemo, but they were literally recording verses onto their phones and shit and putting it over beats. Cursor was one of the first who was fucking going
into a studio
and rapping about bashing people on the curb and shit like that. So he really helped fucking bring it up. And then obviously you already had Bliss and Esso and Hilltop Hoods and shit, but they were already fucking old. Like they were already fucking doing the radio and shit. So they weren't focusing on their market in Australia because no one fucking cared. You know what I mean? But then Cursor come along and every cunt loves rap now. You know what I mean? So that's my opinion anyway. So that's why I would love to fucking work with Cursor.
I agree 100%.
It'd be great.
I mean, Cursor and Forte together is another combo. You were talking about Forte before, but I didn't really like Cursor back in the day. I thought, like I said, back in the day, I was against Aussie rap. It's gross, whatever. They sound like bogans. Meanwhile, we all sound like that. You know what I mean?
That's how we sound,
but,
bro.
You want to rap American, like you were saying before. That's a natural, instinct. Yeah. But I only started listening to him recently, man. And he goes all right. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, there are other Aussie rappers I like better, but I'm not against him, like I once was. But
that's the thing with
just
me,
in case he was losing sleep over that. Oh, he likes me now. Joey likes me.
I used to fucking be very against like things. It's a bad way to be, like hearing things. Not every piece of music has to be some mind-breaking, intelligent, deep thing, and people rock different styles, bro. And like that like Forte and stuff. I've only heard a couple of Forte songs, and the the flow and the things he's saying, it's all very simple.
It's very
But it's just a vibe. It's just
very
a vibe. Like,
so Forte is the Australian fucking Migos. You know,
yeah, he kind of is.
Hey, put a drink in my cup. Hey, put a thing over there. Yeah, I go to the strip club. Hey, like, you know what I mean? Like, that's Forte. Yeah, that's Forte, bro. But he done it in an Australian fucking style, and every cunt loves Forte.
Yeah.
Not one person.
It works, man.
Bro, you know what I mean? Like, bad mouths Forte because he's an old. He's like a Don. Same thing. He did the American thing, the very simple lyrics, but with the hard beats, and then the video clips of him at the strip club and shit throwing money. That's what Americans do, but he's done it in an Australian way, bro, and it's not bad, bro. It's good. Like, you know what I mean?
He
like,
rocks it, bro.
He rocks it hard. Like, he's 40 years old. He's still rocking his TNs. He's fucking Nordic. Like, it's like a lifestyle, bro. And they've said that before in interviews and in podcasts and shit. It's what they're doing is literally a lifestyle, but they've now finally got some light on what they're doing. So I think it's cool.
That's the good thing about music, man. It's subjective. It's different. Everyone's different, doing their own thing. There's something for everyone, bro.
Yeah. And there's songs that you're obsessed with that no one has a clue exists. Like, do we know that in other countries people are bumping, Aussie rap? Like, do you think in America, I know you get notifications, your Spotify around the world, people listening. I can't imagine. It's hard for me to imagine someone in America bumping to Forte or even bumping, even though
I'm the same.
Even though I love your guys' music, I can't see like, would they bump, would they find it as entertaining and stuff? I don't know. Like,
I agree. I find it hard. Like on my Spotify, I saw that I had once like 26 German listeners bumping one of, and it's like, can you imagine a bunch of German? It's not even their language. You know what I mean? Like, how do they understand?
How do you say "fuck yeah" in German?
Yeah, fuck knows.
I've got a lot of listeners from France, so shout out like the French motherfuckers, bro, which is weird as fuck. So on my FriendlyFire Spotify, it literally got a list, and it's got like 30 something listeners, like almost half is from France. It's fucking weird as fuck.
I had about 100 and something Americans on. I don't know if it's that much now still, or if it's gone down a bit.
That must be humbling, as more so than your fellow Aussie bumping to it. I reckon. Like, I think if a few Aussies, if I could rap, right, and a group of Aussies like, oh my god, your shit sounds so good. But then if a group of like Yankees came up to me or like Germans,
it's a mad feeling.
it'd be way more humbling. I don't know why, because you're literally touching people from across the globe,
across the ocean.
It's just, that's the good thing about everyone shits on our internet, like this and that technology. It's fucked. It's seriously the best thing that could be happening. But like anything, bro, there's going to be pros and cons and everything. Depends how you use it. You know, everyone drives a car. You could fucking run someone over. It depends what the fuck you do with that. You know what I mean? So it's crazy that you're touching people that are not just in Oz. So that's how I know you guys are going to do something with this. Like, you have to. I don't think none of you will be able to sleep right if you didn't. You know? 100.
Fucking oath. Like,
fucking oath. Well, if I got to this point and I still hadn't touched a few people from across the globe, I'd be like, all right, fuck, what am I doing wrong? Like, there's obviously something not right here. But I know we're definitely going in the right direction, man. It's just,
because on that, if you go onto your Spotify for artists, it gives you a full list of all the countries, and it says how many listeners, and it's always like, it'll have a couple at the top, like 24 German, 80 American, and then it'll go down, and then it's like one in Sierra Leone, one in Lebanon, one in Argentina. It's like there's one person in that country somewhere bumping one of our songs.
It's crazy.
It's nuts,
struggling
man.
to find reception. No.
Yeah, in some places.
Fuck yeah. Nah, it is pretty humbling. So maybe DZ, you've got a question we can answer? We'll answer just one. We won't do all of them. We'll just do one.
I don't think I have much anyway.
I'll ask another question, then we'll have a look.
Because you said something before, and I know Ozrap Only. Shout out Ozrap Only, man. He's been here since day one. Let me put on my fucking glasses. Okay. He said, what are your thoughts on the Australian rap scene as a whole, and do you like Husky? So I think that's a good question for you to answer, because I want to know your thoughts.
I love Husky.
Yeah, Husky.
Body the Booth is one of my all-time faves. He is a OG. I love him. I used to think when I first seen him, I judged him on face value, seeing his shit as a feature with Chillin' It. Then I listened to his normal shit and him in the booth just freestyling, whatever. And he ticks my boxes, man. Like, legit.
He's good.
I love him on a feature, but I also like his music. But most of his music I find is a feature. Do you know what I mean? Or maybe I'm wrong, but I've heard him mostly on featuring. But he ticks my box, bro. Husky, 100%.
So what about what was it, the Australian music scene as a whole?
Australian music as a whole, it's obviously thriving at this point. I don't know whether it's because I'm all of a sudden aware of it, but as of like the last 3 years, UK, Aussie, like 1-4, like all this stuff is blowing up. Like I don't know how much money they got in the bank now, 1-4, but they featured with ASAP Ferg. They had ASAP Ferg as a feature, so it's never been better. And because I feel like we're at the point in time where we live in such an open-minded community now compared to back in the day. Like, so it's only going up from here. So I wouldn't be surprised if we, go leaps and bounds above other countries. Maybe not America, because America's been doing it for a hot minute, but it's definitely the best it's ever been.
Yeah, fucking oath. It's definitely booming in the last couple of years, man, with this newer generation. It's where, because the internet, man, really, there's more people doing it. There's a lot more different styles, and it's just more diverse than ever. So there's something for everyone.
You can relate more as well. Like when they talk about, living out west and stuff. You live out west, so you feel like I'm a part of that life. I'm singing Shanks and Shivs, rapping to that. Like I got a Shank at home. Yeah, and then I go to bed at 9:30, wake up for work. Like
yeah, fucking oath. Yeah, like I said, man, the West, bro. I reckon we do the music thing all right, man. I really do.
Yeah, it's definitely getting better, that's for sure. And I think it's only going to continue to get better. It's just changing with the times, man. New people coming in, new songs, new ideas. It's fucking more rich than it's ever been.
And it's as long as you're good, like you have to be self-humbling as well. You got to know that you have boys with you that can pull you aside and tell you if, hey man, like maybe you're not that good, but like, no, but like you got to be like, if you have a lane, you got to stay in that lane. If you don't do it, maybe it's a bad advice to some people that can go very diverse. But I feel like you have to be, basically just self-humbling. Know what your shtick is, and if it's not other things, then maybe stay in your lane. But if it's not, then by all means do whatever the fuck. But you got to, have obviously some type of self-belief, but also be self-humbling enough to know like
what you're good at.
Yeah, 100. Because some people might, who knows? There might be rappers out there that are legit delusional, like they think they're top shit and they're not, and even in that slack. But you got to know, like
there's a lot of them, bro.
I know. I'm not going to say any names, but I do know a few of them, and they're out west. And I'm like, keep doing you, bro. Like, but to be honest, hats off to them for actually because they're legit. They put out music videos even. If you have the balls to even do that, bro, like you're at least passionate enough about it. So that's enough to be like, well done, bro.
That's a spark, you know what I mean?
Because most people, like you said, aren't doing anything with it. Like, that's why I look at you guys and it's like, hats off to you guys for doing what you do, but you're good at it. So, but there's some guys out there that just aren't, unfortunately. But
normalize telling your friends they can't rap. Fucking do it, right? If they can't, like,
I mean, there's a lot of people who just don't have it, man, and they ruin it for the people who do have it. And that's why I think back in the day, a lot of people were shut off to Aussie rap because of how many bad people were doing it.
Yeah, but in saying that too, though, you can also not have it and then teach yourself to, like I said, when I first started making music, I was fucking garbage at it. You know what I mean?
Of course.
But I did it so fucking, like, I was so obsessed with it to the point where I was like, I'm doing this until I fucking am the best at it.
But
I fucking literally taught myself from nothing. So you can do it.
I mean, you can practice before you start releasing shit too, though. Like, you don't have to release
I didn't mean for that message to come across as like...
No, I agree. Like,
but you know what I mean? You know what I mean? I didn't mean it to be like, stop doing what you're doing, but...
No, but if you're determined enough to do it, it's like, even, let's just say example, you're trying to rap and then you get pulled aside by a few of your mates and they go, look, man, like, no offense, like, you're doing okay, but like, I think maybe this is not for you. You could then use that as fuel to get good, to get better, to go, okay, now I'm going to prove to these guys. Because like I said, man, I quote this all the time, bro. Will Smith even said, like, when you're trying to chase your dreams or follow a goal, it can be fucking scary. And the very first people you need to impress are your friends. Because you need to prove to your friends you've got something or you've got a spark. And then that's when your mates are going to start going, oh, okay, holy fuck. This cunt can actually... Then they're going to start listening and to your Spotify, sharing your SoundCloud thing, sharing your fucking... You know what I mean? So you got to prove to the people you know first, and then you can show the world what you got.
Which is what yous have done.
And it's exactly what we have done.
You have such a tight-knit, like, not small social group by any means. Like you got to have a pretty big,
a lot of
but
friends.
also tight as. Like you have the most like loyal, like tight group that I've come across in a long time. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And it's a different type of. You've been, how long you've always all known each other? Like average,
primary school.
Primary school, yeah.
And that's the weird thing is because we're the weird ones, because if you think of most people don't stick with their first friend group, but we're the only weird cunts who we've just gone.
Yeah.
It's like my missus like showed me a meme. It's like boys, and it's exactly bro, us, like me, us and the boys. Like it was, the meme was boys meet a few dudes and then they just can't be bothered socializing with other people, so they just stay friends for fucking ages. But because especially in Western Sydney, you always see people go from group to group, and then one weekend these guys hanging out with that guy, but then 2 weeks later they get into a punch on, and then you know what I mean? It's kind of sort of always splitting up. And while I'm seeing all that happen, me and my group just up the middle stayed together. We're like, fuck these cunts, and this is ride it out, bro. And we're now almost all fucking pushing 26 years old, and it's the same motherfuckers that I was hanging out with when I was literally in year 4.
And that helps too. If you're no, you go ahead.
I was just gonna say, man, that's a lot of people envy that, bro. Like myself, like I've never had a close group. Now I obviously do, but I'm talking from when I was younger. It'd be mad to say, hey, we've been boys since like 4th grade. You know what I mean? But it does help, and you trust those boys more than someone you've only known for a short amount of time, so therefore you can trust their feedback with whatever you're doing, music or just in life in general, man.
Yeah.
What were you saying, DZ?
I was just going to say, if you're trying to do anything creatively, I've said it before, it always helps to have a strong group behind you. So like Moby was saying, man, if we wanted, we could organize our own show, man. We just ran out a place and we just have enough people that can perform, and it's just like a big party. And, if they believe in what you're doing and they know you have some talent, and they're behind you, you're always going to be better off.
Well, here's a perfect example for, people also know too that me and Joey, we're mates. Like we've been mates for like a couple of years now.
Sorry, I'll interject. Just before I got told, so my beautiful girlfriend Tori, apparently she reckons she's the only reason I know you guys. So she says, she realized, seriously, if you fuck me over, you'll lose all my friends. So she wouldn't rest easy if I brought her up. Love you, baby, but yeah, had to. But yeah, I know. Obviously, you boys through.
Nah. Which is before I get to my next point, which is something to do with what DZ said. So we've been friends for a few years now, maybe
2, almost creeping up, right? 2.
But which is weird. I was thinking before you come here, right? Is because we're all from this St. Clair Erskine Park area, right? And I know most of the Erskine Park people. I know all of them, right? But I never met you prior.
That's because I went to Dom's, lad. So I went to St. Dom's in Penrith. So all my mates.
Weird thing, yeah. Never met prior.
So you all went to heaps of house parties here in St. Clair, and running amok and all that. I would do that, but in Penrith. So I would travel out, and then I'd tag along to a lot of parties in St. Clair, but like not nowhere near none of my like boys in Penrith. You know, so that's why. Sense. If I went to St. Clair High, things would have been different. We probably would have known each other then, obviously.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
See, that makes sense. That's what I was thinking for ages. I'm going, wait, how the fuck did I not meet Joey if I was going to almost every single Erskine Park St. Clair party?
Because St. Clair, I swear, a lot of people know it's a bubble, man. Like, if you know one person, you're like, you eventually know someone who knows someone. You know everyone. You know everyone.
Everyone. Even if you don't like someone or someone don't like you, you fucking know them. It's just how it is between St. Clair. Like, I mean, St. Clair, Erskine, we share the fucking same postcode, for fuck's sake. 2 suburbs in the same postcode. Like, that's fucking weird as fuck. Like, you know what I mean? But so back to what DZ was saying, we could easily do our own, TJM show, whatever. Well, for example, tomorrow night, the party we're all going to, shout out Mike, Mr. Meagley. It's his fucking birthday. I think he's turning like 36 or something. I don't even know, but he's old as fuck. Anyway,
Benjamin Button, bro.
Anyway, he has literally got us and the TJM boys. We're all doing a set like a festival tomorrow.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, so we're all he's got set times and shit. I'm pretty sure he said he wanted to print out little flyers and paste them around. Right, so tomorrow night, so the party starts at 3. So we'll get there from 3. And then first set is, I think, 5 o'clock, which is Adzi. Then from 5 o'clock to 5, so then 5:45, Jake Mobbs, Moby's doing a disco funk set. And then he goes for 45 minutes, and then Diamond and Trip Bradley, Brad Allard are doing a 1 hour drum and bass set. Then Mikey's doing a 1 hour dubstep set. Then I come in and I'm doing a dubstep / dance set. Then after me, it's one of Mikey's mates from that his missus knows. He's doing a set. And then Dunkley is playing Def Step at the end for like half an hour. Yeah,
that's fucking awesome.
So basically, what he's trying to say is it's all free for us, but anyone who wants to pay, how much entry per ticket?
Fucking $15.
I was thinking 55.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. So just that alone, we could do your own shit. We could like tomorrow night,
definitely.
And tomorrow night, I'm gonna act like I'm DJing a festival, bro. I'm gonna be fucking up there, going fucking burger. Like I'm going nuts tomorrow. But so it's exactly like these. Like you said, Dylan, we could set up our own thing, and hey, if people don't come, who gives a fuck? Like we could still do it.
Have a big between the both of us, man, because I got like obviously I'm younger, so I got a completely different social circle, but still pretty big as well. It's like, so between all our friends, man, we could easily sell tickets, bro. And it's like the merch, man, we sell out of the merch, it's just all you guys buy.
It's just all the mates, bro.
Yeah,
like,
man,
it's something, but and like it builds from there. Like surely it builds from there.
Oh,
I know I fucking let people know that don't know you guys about your shit. Like So even some of them, they probably don't give a fuck, but I tell them anyway. And then some people do, and some people don't. So automatically, I've probably gotten you maybe a few more followers, but that's how it works, man.
Yeah,
like
100%.
I think you definitely have, because sometimes I'll see someone who's followed me on Instagram or something that I recognize the name, and I know that's a friend of someone, and they just randomly follow me. I'm like, well, maybe this guy's, showed
100%. Well, that's why you always see memes like on the internet about when people are doing, rapping or producing and shit, and then the meme is like, it costs $0 to support your mate. Like people don't understand how much just sharing, commenting, and liking a post, what that does. Because like I've always explained it, right? The internet is like the ocean. If I put an Instagram post of a song on Instagram, right? It's like putting a message in a bottle. I throw that bottle in the ocean, and that could end up anywhere in the world, on any beach, on any rock surface, any cliff edge. That bottle can float to literally anywhere from Sydney Harbour. Okay? It's the same with Instagram. I'll put it up, it's on my page, but any motherfucker from around the world can see that. Right?
On the explore page, man.
So when people share and like it and stuff like that, Instagram puts it, the algorithm, it says, Instagram literally reads it like an AI and goes, okay, this post is doing well, let's boost it up a little bit.
More people
let's
see
boost it up a little bit. And then they start to show that post to different areas that are similarly interested into that thing, whether it's hip hop or EDM. You know what I mean?
So that's how it works?
Yes, 100%.
So, okay, in comparison to your guys' music to like we're saying J. Cole and that, this isn't putting down your guys' music, but there's levels, right?
100%.
So there's more chance of a J. Cole thing popping off in your explore feed than your guys, right?
100%.
But what do you guys have to do to rock up on random people's explore page?
Well, I've been on explore page quite a few times. It's just random. It depends on what you're interested, your location,
tags,
interest,
location, how many times people are sharing, commenting, saving.
So an example, I follow on Instagram mostly space and cats, bro. That's my Instagram feed. And
space and pussy.
My explore page is all space shit from like fucking random people, and then I interact, and then I'll get more of similar things.
And because your page is, you're probably always searching up space stuff. Instagram knows, okay, this motherfucker loves space, so let's show him this post that this guy did in America about fucking the moon. And it literally pops up on his feed, but that won't pop up on my feed because I don't search space. My feed is literally all only music and other beat makers. Yeah. So that's why it's example. That's why tags on Instagram, right?
Yeah, tags.
I fucking hate doing it, right? I hate social media marketing, right? But if I don't do it, no one sees the post.
Tags work, man.
Like hashtag
beatmaker, hashtag fucking funky beat. Like I hate doing that shit. It's lame as fuck,
but it works.
I used to do that back in the day. Like gay tags, like hashtag living life, hashtag living large, or like some gay.
But
shit.
You have to do it, bro.
Okay, that's the whole point of it.
That's the whole point of it. That's why, that's why as soon as I'm rich, I can't wait. I'm gonna hire some fucking banana to do it for me because I fucking hate doing it. I literally hate doing it, bro. I just want to make the music and let people hear it. But because I'm a nobody, I have to then fucking make a post, fucking edit it on the computer, upload it with 100 hashtags. So then maybe I get lucky and some cunt from America sees it and goes, oh, I fuck with him, and I get a follow.
We're just foundation building. Unfortunately, we don't have the big enough fan base
to
yet.
not do it.
Yeah, exactly.
Well,
so
we have to literally
we're putting in the hard yards now, and one day we'll get there.
Everyone starts there, but like
exactly.
You go back to like I watched old Kendrick shit and he's like spitting in the street of like legit Compton and just all these bro, just chill. I probably shouldn't say that. Sorry. Oh shit. Sorry. Oh shit. All these homies. Oh shit. Wait, I'm tanned enough. I'm tanned enough to say that, right?
We can edit. We can edit. We can edit.
Damn, man.
You funny.
All these homies.
You funny cunt. Oh, I mean, where are you from? You're what?
Well, my dad's Egyptian, so we're like we're Arab. So I mean, I don't. It's hard, right? Because it's hard though
I don't know, man. I don't want to get cancelled.
We'll edit it. Just edit it anyway. We will fucking get cancelled.
I don't know, bro. Man. That's funny. Just fuck.
Yeah. I mean, you say it now to be like,
we're Australian, but I mean.
He's Egyptian.
I don't know. We built the pyramids, bro. Come on, give us a break. Anyway, he's homies, right? We're around it, and there was nappy hair Kendrick just back in the day, and he started with literally nothing. Like he legit would talk about how he'd rap for literally nothing, just for the point of it, right? The sake of it, and his mates would just start pumping it. So he obviously came from something.
Mates.
So
his mates.
You got to start. It all starts from nothing.
But a lot of people don't give it like that consistency, which is a lot of the time it could be disheartening because you're like, what do you have to go off? Like you don't really have anyone else that you can go off, right? To be like, hey boys, this takes about a good 10 years or something before you get traction like proper. But then how do you know, like that's the thing. So it does take a lot of self-belief because any given day could be feeling shit, feel certain type of way someday. You want to give up this and that, but then you know you're passionate about it, so that obviously drives it. So,
well, that's why I feel like example for me, right? I go for it, and it happens to me the most because I'm the producer. So, like I've said this 100 times now, people should know that Dylan. He just writes the words, right? Yeah, every now and then he can find the beat he likes, and he'll send me the words in the beat. But if he doesn't use a beat he's found, I've then got to make the beat, send it to him, mix, master the beat, get the beat, just the beat by itself ready. Then I've got to do it again and get it ready with his vocals. And it's a full-on process for me, bro. Yeah. And I've got to get it ready.
It's hard work.
And it's hard. And it can be so mentally draining. Like this week, like I said, I could have probably had my EP done this week. But I've had to just have a break, bro. And I've just been playing games like a fat slob for the past 3 days. I've done even my missus had an argument yesterday because my ass has not left that fucking chair in like the past 72 hours. Because I've just been playing games. And as weird as it sounds, because like I know, like a lot of the time, I do go for walks with the dog, and me and my missus take the dog on a bush walk, and that's also a great break for me. But just sometimes being able to just play games and not think about the music is a mad break as well for me mentally. That's what a lot of people, that's probably, I think my missus doesn't understand yet either. Because she just sees it as me being addicted to the computer. Yeah. Which I am addicted to the fucking computer because I'm trying to achieve and pursue a fucking goal.
But at least you're doing that on the side. If you were legit doing that, but you had no excuse. Imagine if you were going from work and be like, this is my therapy. It's like, from what, cunt? You don't do nothing. You know what I mean?
Right.
But you're literally trying to do something.
So it's work. I need that mental release because otherwise my brain, like I said, bro, sometimes I swear to God, I can feel like the electrical pulses in my brain, bro. Just going like boom, 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 boom. Like, because I'm just fucking constantly working. And then don't forget your eyes and get sore and shit because you're constantly looking at the lights of the computer. And so this week especially, I just got up. So it was, I think, the Tuesday or the Wednesday where we first got canned from work, and they're like, all right, you got to stay home. I was like, yep, sweet. I can do the EP. I can finish the song. I even got to the point where I finished one of the songs. I just got to master it. I got to the mastering point and I just sat there and I just went, fuck this. Saved it, turned it off and just started playing games for the next 3 days and that wasn't even me thinking about it. That was just my body telling you, letting me know, okay, bro, you need to fucking take a step back now because you're fucking doing too much right now. Like, because it's so stressing, right? It'd be like, imagine, I don't know, you go to your job, right? And for some reason, your boss is like, oh, look, man, I've got to go away for the week. Can you do all the fucking company paperwork for the week? Yeah, I'll do it. No worries, because you know what you're doing. But then you take that paperwork home and you realize you're prepping for shit that's fucking 4 days in advance. That you're not even at that job yet. And you're prepping it and doing paperwork, whatever reason, whatever job it could be. It's the same thing. So when I was doing the energy frequency vibration EP, I've got my EP, so I was getting real stressed because I was working a couple hours on a song from his. Then I'd change and then do a little bit from mine. Then I'd do a single. Then I'd do a single that he's sent me. And then all of a sudden, it gets to like fucking 5 o'clock. And I've done a little bit on like 5 different projects, but I haven't completed anything. So that started stressing me out, and I was like, wait a second, I've got to take a step back. And that's why I focused mainly on his one, got his one done for him, because I knew that once I finished one of them, I was going to be in overload mode. And I knew if I finished my one, if I did the selfish thing and did my one first, his one probably wouldn't have been released yet because I then would be in this situation, but instead of my EP waiting to be finished, it would have been DZ.
Let me ask you this though. You compared it to my occupation, right? Which standard occupation, you got a boss. You don't have bosses, right? Mm-hmm. So are you just trying to meet your own deadline? Because like you said, it's all about how often you put out music. Because what if you were just swamped with work? DZ had his EP, you have yours. What was stopping you from going, you know what, I'll prioritize DZ's and then I'll get to mine later, as opposed to just swamping yourself even more, even though you get it out on time? Well done, hats off. Is that to practice being punctual with your music, or is that just or is it OCD thing where I need to get it done by today? Because you could easily just wait, like delay it a week or something. Do you know what I mean?
I get what you're saying.
Yeah, no, I feel that. Look, that's a good point, but it's also practicing. So getting into good habits now about the whole consistency thing, because I know, like I said, so minimum you want to have 1 song a month out, which I'm not doing, but he is, which is great because I know if he blows up, I blow up.
Yeah, we go together, bro.
If I blow up, he blows up. So that's
why
blows
up. Yeah. Trip Bradley blows up.
We're a team. So because we're a team, I don't mind sitting a bit back in the shadows and letting my work lag a bit, because I know if I'm working on shit, he then knows, okay, for this in particular song, I'm going to pay another guy $20 to produce it for me, because it gives me a bit of release so I can continue working.
On that point too, it's for me, what you're saying is kind of more of a personal thing. I'm very impatient. I got to do shit. And then sometimes when I don't have anything, like right now, I can kind of relax and breathe easy because I've already done features or this that I know is coming down the line. So like I got songs on his EP that I know is coming. So even if I don't drop anything, I still got something coming soon, or like a collab, or like by Steven, we got a song. I know that's coming, so I can kind of,
you can relax a little bit.
Yeah, I don't have to constantly be working on something.
But it is hard because it's like I said, because I'm already not doing the 1 song a month thing, but not just that too. With Instagram, the idea is you need to post something on Instagram minimum
daily,
once a day,
daily.
Like I said, I fucking hate it. It might not look like it on my post because I'm always doing emojis and smiley faces and shit, but I'm telling you right now, bro, I'm not gonna lie to the people. That's just bullshit marketing. I'm just marketing, bro, because like I don't want to fucking do it, bro. Like I said, I'd rather just do the music and do the work, upload it to Spotify, and then start the next project and go, okay, hectic. But like I said, I'm not established enough to do that. I need to, so that's why with every song I make, I've then got to dedicate an hour of marketing just so I can get that 1 fucking listener on Spotify. And like I said, bro,
it seems to be working, bro. So.
It's working slowly,
it takes work.
But it takes time. Like
takes
I said.
work.
So the first thing I'm going to do when I'm rich, bro, is I'm hiring some fucking cunt to do it, to do the Instagram. I'm literally going to give them my accounts and go, here, bro, here's a fucking $1,000 a week, upload shit.
I don't mind it.
I don't give a fuck what it is.
I like posting.
Because it's just too much, bro. Because like I said, I already get stressed enough as it is just making the music. And then to top it off, I've got to fucking upload shit to Instagram, upload shit to YouTube, you know what I mean?
It's good to hear you fucking, it's fun. I've heard you a few times be like, when I'm rich. It's good to have that mentality, bro, because you seem so sure of yourself, bro.
Oh, man.
That's how it works.
No, but legit. And, a lot of people, including myself, or a lot of people struggle to be like, am I just going to be that, typical standard, day-to-day working life, but you got to try and make something of yourself. But you seem pretty sure, man. But by your work, I know, you know what I mean? If I hadn't heard your music and, he lives out west, but I haven't heard his music, maybe he's not going to, but I've heard your music, so I believe it. But it's humbling to see that you believe in yourself to a T. Because if you didn't, you wouldn't be constantly saying, when I'm rich, you know what I mean? Like,
that's why every rapper, everyone you like says it, because the law of attraction, that stuff works. You got to believe it you got to back yourself and you will get there, man. Eventually you'll get there.
It's interesting you say that, Joey, because the first step, right, to anything is the self-belief thing. Doesn't matter what it is. Like, it could even just be like, so what do you do for work? You're a Sparky?
Sparky, yeah.
It could be the same thing. You could just want to be the fucking best Sparky
Have your own business.
Sydney. You just want to be the best, but you got to start with, I know. So you can ask any one of my friends, right? And they're all going to tell you the same thing. From fucking high school, bro. Before I was even doing music, I've been saying, man, I'm going to be rich. And people would look at me like, man, what the fuck, this cunt's crazy. How are you going to be rich, bro? You're like a fucking, you're drop kick. You don't really do anything. You don't really do good at school. How are you possibly going to be rich? And now 5 years later, I'm making money off my music. I'm not rich by any fucking means. But yeah, we get paid to make these fucking podcasts, and this is just fun for us. We're getting paid for this shit. The music I upload to YouTube, right? Once again, this is fun. There's a bit of marketing that I have to do. I get fucking paid for that shit. Yeah, a couple cents. But I'm getting fucking paid, bro.
Yeah, at the end of the day.
Paid is paid.
Yeah, exactly. It's fun, especially if it's fun.
The beats I make, right? I'm getting fucking paid. Like I was saying this to my missus, right? So a couple nights ago, maybe last week, I was just on my computer making music. I get a notification on my phone. Check it. You've been paid fucking 55, whatever, into your account. I'm like, what the fuck is this? Like, am I getting refunded for something? Whatever. And then I get an email notification on my computer. Bling. So-and-so has been paid into your PayPal. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. Check it. It's a beat. I sold a beat. I'm getting paid to fucking make music. You know what I mean?
Beats are good, bro.
I'm getting, and it's like Young SB once told me. He said, man, the second you get paid for what you do, you're a professional.
Fucking
you are a professional. Now, you're selling your services for money, for real money. You know what I mean? So, yeah, nowhere near rich, but that's how it's like I said, it's a foundation. Yeah, I've sold 1 or 2 beats for fucking, $50. But what's going to happen when I start selling 5 beats a day for $50?
That's a wage.
And you do that 7 days a week, bro, I could quit my job within the next year or two. And I could literally sit at that fucking chair, and then my missus won't be saying, oh, get off the chair, get off. No, because that's my job now.
It's work. She'll be like, sit your ass down, boy.
She'll be going, stay in the chair.
But is there always, is there a high market for beats? So could you rely... There is?
Oh, yeah.
You don't understand.
But then would you get attached to some beats and be like, I'm keeping that one for myself?
Well, no, that's the issue. That's why I'm doing something really, really cheeky, and it's probably costing me a little bit of money, but I don't give a fuck. I'm not selling exclusive licenses for a lot of the beats.
Least.
And that's because I know that whatever beat I make, this cunt is going to could kill the beat. So what I do majority of the time is if I make a fat ass beat and I love it and I go, fuck, I can hear Dylan, I can hear Izzy, I can hear Moby or Blunt Boy or whoever, I think I could use it, right? I don't put the exclusive license for sale. Now the exclusive license, right? When someone buys an exclusive license off you, that means they're the only person in the world who has the rights to that beat. So once I sell the exclusive license to that rapper, I legally cannot let DZ rap on that beat because then I can get fucked.
Even though you made it?
Even though I made it. Okay. That beat is not mine no more.
It's selling the license.
And that's why the exclusive licenses
are so much more expensive.
Can sell from anywhere between $300 to $5,000.
So why wouldn't you could easily do that for every now and then. If you make a beat you're not in love with, license.
Exactly. Cool. So the beats that I'm like, I don't really even want to give it to, I don't even want Dylan to try it. He might want to try it, but I feel like he can't do much of it or it's not going to be a banger. I'll put the exclusive license for sale. And I still myself even do exclusive licenses for only $100. You go on my beat page, right? And you've got the same website, BeatStars. People are selling exclusives like minimum like $2.99.
Yeah, they're expensive.
And I only do it for $99 because once again, I'm building that foundation. I'm a nobody. Who the fuck's gonna buy a beat off some random producer from Western Sydney for fucking $300? No cunt is.
But leases, how much do you sell your leases for?
So I sell
30.
Yeah, I sell MP3s by themselves for like I don't know $12 or $13. I then sell the MP3, the Wave, and the non-exclusive license, which means that they have semi-rights to the beat. They can make money off the beat if they want, but I'm legally allowed to sell it to someone else, let Dylan rap on it, let Moby rap on it.
Yeah, at least.
The leases, I only sell them for $30 as well.
You know that the Chillin' It song, Freedom?
Yeah,
Freedom. That's a lease. There was other songs from the US and people heard it and were like, "Did Chillin' It steal the beat?" But it's just a lease. It's a lease. Someone else can make a song.
That's why some people, like for example, I wonder when this is random, but Tory Lanez, he did Jerry Sprunger. So T-Pain did like I'm Sprung, but he used his whole beat, even the tone of the song. But would that have been a lease? Because
that would have been a lease.
Or they had an agreement, because they would have had an agreement, lease. Okay, that's how. Because every time I hear a song that's remade, which a lot are nowadays, a lot of songs, radio songs especially. So that's all it would be then, lease.
Yes.
Well, it also depends. I'm pretty sure you can just talk and negotiate. Whoever has the rights, you can talk after the fact. So if like that T-Pain song was probably pretty much older than the Tory Lanez one, right?
Oh, heaps older.
Yeah, so Tory Lanez probably was just like, can I do a remix of this?
Yeah, well, they seem pretty tight. Like, so that I feel like he would have just had an agreement or some shit.
All my songs are leases. So you can go on BeatStars right now, all of the same, that song, you can get that beat and make a song on it. You can, the same with 36,
except when FriendlyFire has
some of his beats are, they're not all leases, right? Most of them are mine.
No, the only beat that you've used of mine that's for sale is Feed the Fiends and Airy. Yeah. And Airy, speaking of Airy, that's the one that's one of the ones I sold for like fucking $5.
Cold. Airy is cold.
But you see, that's the thing too, bro. That's a song that I didn't really I didn't think it was.
This guy didn't like Airy. Yeah, I'm pretty sure at one point he wanted me to scrap it.
But you love it.
Ready? It was like I'm gonna fuck it up, right? But it was something like I put him. You used the word hearses, like my verses. Put him in hearses. It sounds like shit right now. But me and Tori, because I remember we went.
You didn't like it.
Well, that was one of the songs I will admit I listened to the second time and loved it because there was other songs that I liked better. Yeah. But your Spirit and Jackal, like both your albums, me and Tori were in Byron at the time, so that was our track of Byron. We were driving through the streets of just like Byron and stuff, and like mad scenic route down to this cabin that we stayed in the woods at, and we're listening to Airy, and then listening to like What It Means, and what was that one that you done, Iggy, as well?
Burning Out, probably.
Burning Out, yeah. I would pretend to be on the guitar,
it's weird because more than one song on this cunt's EP for that he didn't like. Mafia, remember you were tossing up? No,
I almost. The only reason.
What did you call that one? The Bad and Ugly.
No, it's Mafia. I left it as Mafia.
Is it called Mafia? But you were tossing up with that.
The only reason it's on there is because we wanted to have the same number of songs. I was this close to scrapping Mafia. I don't like that song at all.
But the beat on that is fucking hard. I love the beat on that. I loved it. I even sent that beat to Blunt Boy. Was gonna make a song with that beat, but he just never. He asked me for the beat and everything. He just never got back to me. But I sent that to him first. Then I sent it to you for the EP. So it's just weird. You know what I mean? It's two different creative minds that sometimes, like I said, like my song Floodlights, man, I don't give a fuck. I could delete that right now and I would not give a fuck.
Yeah, but sometimes because you boys know you're a bit more intricate with your understanding of music than me or other listeners, just because you guys don't like it doesn't mean, like you said before, if you don't like it, someone else will. I loved Airy. Yeah, exactly, fair enough. Right. It wasn't my favorite song of yours, but
you still liked it.
That's a high bar to set if to say that's my favorite song. But Airy still killed it. Like I remember looking over at Tori. I was driving. I looked at her like my face scrunched up like a fat bitch. I was like, what is this guy saying right now? Like.
Hands up one time.
Hands up.
Yeah. See, that's a good song when we're doing live shows. Hands up.
Well, that's probably one of the main reasons we kept it, because we were both when me and him were doing the final EP listen, we were in our grandma's house waiting for like Sunday lunch, and we had this little speaker, and we're listening to Airy, and I'm thinking we're just both going, this would be a good on-stage song. That's about it. That one would be one of the turn-up songs.
Yeah, that's a turn-up song.
You just keep it, fuck, everyone just fucking starts doing heaps of shots and shit. It's just one of those songs. But yeah, it's always gonna be like that, I guess.
So you wouldn't perform DZ tomorrow if you rock up?
Probably not.
Party?
Well, fucking everyone keeps busting my balls. They want me and you to do fucking Sold Our Souls live, and I'm like, shut up, hey. Like, everyone wants me, so I've put it on my playlist just in case if I do drop it and you're there. I do want you to come on stage, but everyone keeps saying, Mikey said to me, he goes, bro. Me and Mobsy were talking, me and Moby were talking, if you don't drop Sold Our Souls, I'm going to drop it. And if I don't drop it, Mobsy's going to drop it. I'm like, shut up, man. Just let it, I'll think about it. But
I mean, it's a good feeling that, like, people want to see it, but, we're still,
How would you go live? Have you been running on the treadmill and spitting at the same time, DZ?
Yeah.
To make sure that you can...
The breath control, I got that. Yeah, I could be jumping around and still rap.
Sweet.
I could do that.
That's where it matters, because have you been to a concert before where Travis Scott. He's a performer, so when he sounds like shit live, I don't care about that because he's
going crazy.
Yeah, but there's some people, bro. I remember watching this Coachella set on TV. Obviously, I wasn't there, but they had Sean Paul there, bro. Come and give it to, and he was huffing and puffing, out of shape, out of belly, and I thought to myself, how much money is he getting paid for me to hear him heavy breathe? Like he's, you know what I mean? Like, but
come and give it to.
Legit. The temperature in the room is getting hot.
Got the temperature. Someone get me a towel.
But him, he must be sitting on millions.
Oh yeah.
Because he's established. He's allowed to be a fat prick and jump around and fucking be.
At the end of the day, he's still Sean Paul. Like that's the thing.
Because it doesn't matter what he is now. He put the work in when we were all guppies.
That's the end goal, I guess. Because doesn't matter. Like, obviously, if you can do it, if you're that passionate about it, you want to do it when you're older, then that's, respect to you. But sometimes if you need to do the bare minimum, bro, and that gets you millions, who's to say, if I shit on John Paul, he would laugh at me right now living in St. Clair being like, bro, you're a Sparky, you said? Oh, okay, sweet.
Like, I mean, he would never hear this in a million years.
No, never. I mean? No, but I'm saying, you know what I mean? Like, it's funny that we've shit on people that, have made it.
Like
I'm just comparing him to people that I'm currently into. And it was just funny watching him on this Coachella set. So
that would have been funny as fuck.
That breath control shit, it's real. Like, to be a good live performer, and also, obviously, if you're good, you're going to sound good through Spotify and shit if you're good. But to sound good on a live show, bro,
it's a different thing, different ball.
I went to Rapture. I don't know if you guys went to Rapture years ago. This was Kendrick was about to blow
Eminem
up.
And shit was there. Yeah,
Eminem, bro. Eminem did Rap God, and I had it on my Instagram. I put it up on Instagram. Yeah. He did not miss a syllable. Yeah, and it was like, do you know how sometimes you're like, oh, was that mimed or was that? Did he? But he was like, meta. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
Tech Nine, man, those chopper rappers, bro. You see Tech Nine's live shows,
big lungs, big lungs,
man. And I do. A lot of people do like so you can do cut-ins like when you're recording. So if you're doing a very fast verse and you need to take a breath, you can cut. I never do that.
Oh wow. Do you think a lot of artists don't as well? Like, or do you like? I wonder what the percentage is.
It depends what you're trying to do too.
I'm pretty sure. Who's a massive artist that was saying most of his shit's all one takes? Oh, fuck, who
probably
was it?
A lot of them.
Lil Wayne used to say he didn't even write his shit, but I don't know how much that fucking.
Well, that's what they say about Jay-Z too. Apparently, Jay-Z just fucking freestyle.
Was it Drake? I think I could be wrong, but I swear I think someone huge like Drake status. They were saying in an interview that they do the whole like they mumble a rhythm.
Yeah, Drake does it.
Then they go back and fill the words in, and then once he's got the whole thing done, he spits the whole thing in just one go, and then that's it.
Yeah, I think that was Drake. I remember hearing a similar thing.
Yeah, so it could be Drake. It could be Drake.
Talk about efficiency. Imagine how many songs you could pump out. Like,
yeah,
that's why I guess when he does albums, he does enough for 2 albums. Like when he does songs lately, anyway, he's been releasing like in the high teens minimum of songs.
Yeah,
which sometimes I can think is oversaturated. Sometimes I don't want to sit in there for 17 songs or something. Or maybe sometimes it's good, but I reckon a lot of the time, sometimes it is quality over quantity, but who knows?
There is a lot of filler in these big albums, man. Like most artists, man, it's so rare to find an album where it's hit after hit after hit. No. There's always skips.
I can promise you guys right now that no matter how big the artist is, even Eminem to himself, if they've got an album and it's more than a 10-track banger, I can promise you 3 to 5 of those songs are old throwaway tracks that they've just gone, oh, okay, holy shit, this has been on my computer for fucking years. All right, let's re-edit that and throw it on there. I can promise you, bro, because, I mean, there would be artists that have done it where they've gone, nah, I'm making a full fresh album. And that's probably why some artists take 4 years to make an album, because they're literally making everything from scratch in the studio, getting the cunts in and doing this and that. Like, that's, I'm not saying that hasn't been done, but big albums, I can guarantee you, man, a lot of throwaways would be on there. They get mixed and remastered and stuff like that. I'm pretty sure Park as well was a big one-take guy. Like I said, there's so many videos of Park in the studio, bro, and he was a workhorse, that cunt. He did not fucking stop, bro, Park, man. He was fucking record, stop. And it wasn't fucking, have a break, have a fucking chuff break, have a drink. It was all right, get that next beat in, bang. And he was fucking pumping it. That's very interesting.
That's how you keep the energy up too, man. If you just go take after take after take, you're gonna ramp up. You get energized and
fucking G'd up. What about you got another question we've been asked? I'm pretty sure Mum had an interesting question.
Our mum wanted. All right, this is I'd like to hear what you say.
This is for all of us too.
So my mum said for us to ask if you could have dinner with 3 people, dead or alive, who would you pick? Like a conversation.
Bro, this is so trippy, and my missus is going to attest to this because the few days before I came on this podcast, I was like, I have a question to ask. Because I actually put this exact same question in the questions that I asked before, but it didn't get. I think
we didn't answer it.
Yeah, but you used 2 other ones. Yeah, mine. I already thought about this because I was about to sign up for Big Brother before I met Tori, and I was like, and one of the questions was that mine would be Dave Chappelle, 100%. Adam Sandler. And this is random as, but Robin Williams. So these are all funny guys, and that's because I appreciate comedy. But this was what I thought up in a few minutes of filling out an application thing, right?
What an interesting answer.
Yeah, random, right?
You went with the comedians, okay.
The comedians, but it's that type of question. You could go for days. You could ask me in a week.
And you'd be different.
I'll tell you something else. But I think actually, no. Let me swap this. Dave Chappelle, Adam Sandler, they have to stay. They have to stay. But then I'd have to pick Kendrick Lamar. I'd have to.
Yeah.
Random as. You wouldn't want them in the same room. It would be so weird.
Yeah.
What about you?
I'd pick, all right, Tesla, Einstein, and then
all the
third one was fucking tough. I don't know for the third one. Maybe like fucking, I don't even know, to be honest. What would you say?
My one's pretty fucking boring. There's one of them that will never change, and that's Lady Gaga.
What the fuck?
Yeah,
why?
Because honestly, bro, she is a fucking musical genius. The shit she does, bro. Like the fucking Just Dance, I'm gonna be okay.
Isn't that Kesha?
Is it?
Isn't that Kesha?
No, that was Lady Gaga, wasn't it?
Is it Lady Gaga?
Wait.
No, we got Kesha's TikTok.
Yeah, Kesha's TikTok. Yeah, no, Lady Gaga's Just Dance.
Okay, yeah.
Just Dance, bro, all that shit, bro. So mine are Lady Gaga, Michael Jackson, and Park, right?
Okay.
Mine was so shit.
So the reason why I say Lady Gaga is, like I said, because in my opinion, I personally think she is the female equivalent to MJ. Because the shit she was... So when she first come out, right, she was getting so much hate because she was wearing fucked up costumes, the big wigs, she was wearing masks and shit, and everyone was like, who the fuck's this ugly bitch? Like now I realize, bro, when you go back and listen to the shit that she's fucking doing, she is a fucking genius, bro. She is full doing like hidden messages and shit in her music. And I reckon if I could sit in the studio with her for even just an hour, we would make the hit of the century. Because I would make the most weirdest fucking beat. It'd be like the weirdest like French house, like boom, boom,
and she'd froth over it as well.
And then she would be, and she would do her thing,
100%.
And I would just sit back. I wouldn't even say anything. I just let her do it her way, and I know that she would take that weird random beat and she would make it a fucking hit, bro. Like what's her other song? Her one with Beyonce. Hello, baby, what I wanna say is I don't wanna fucking, and the phone is ringing, and then the dance beat comes in, and then she's like, the beat is switching constantly between like trance to fucking hard style to fucking hard pop to synth pop, comes back to just normal pop, and she is constantly changing her voice, the lyrics, the vocals. It's suiting a different. So she makes a 4-minute song, but it sounds like fucking 4 or 5 songs in 4 minutes. So I think she would be a fucking genius.
She's really underrated though. Bro. Before you said anything,
bro, she's an
Lady
actor
Gaga,
now. She can act. She can fucking do it all, bro. Like,
yeah, I don't know, man. Yeah, she just got really looked over, but mostly because she was a bit out there, right?
Mm-hmm. She was weird as fuck.
Meat dress.
But all the geniuses are weird in a way.
Exactly
like,
right.
Literally, you can't be normal and then have that creative genius in your head.
Yeah, nah.
Like Kanye, right?
Everyone
shits on Kanye.
Yeah.
But
he's
what the
smart
fuck,
as fuck,
bro?
yeah.
He's awesome.
You don't get to where you are by luck, bro.
You know he's now a billionaire. He's a billionaire now.
Does not does not surprise me, bro. Those Yeezys alone, would be nearly up there.
He loves the fashion.
Him and Jay-Z are the only music billionaires in the world. So, which if you think about it, that's kind of Because I thought there would be a few.
Well, isn't Dr.
billionaires-
Dre too? He sold
no,
he
he's
sold
not.
Apple for fucking $4 billion, wasn't it?
What do you mean Apple? What did he have shares in
yeah,
Apple?
Dre Beats. He sold those to
he
Apple.
sold, he sold
Dre
the Beats.
Beats?
Wasn't
Yeah.
it like $1 billion deal?
Yeah.
I'm not too sure, but I know I've read before heaps of posts where. So when Jay-Z first hit $1 billion, like I think it was last year maybe, there was heaps of posts all over the internet saying Jay-Z is the first, or other than Kanye, Jay-Z is the first hip hop like billionaire and shit. So, but yeah, maybe Dr. Dre probably would make sense, yeah. But you see how he almost fucking died, bro?
Yeah, that's fucking fucked up.
It wasn't a
fucking
Brain aneurysm. Yeah,
And what
man.
was fucking scary
Is that just bleeding on your brain?
No. I don't know. They don't know what it is. Doctors still don't know to this day what it is.
Your brain just fucks up.
Your brain just fizzes out and just stops working, and you just die. It's fucking scary. It can happen to anyone, anytime.
That shit?
It could happen right now to someone.
Oh, don't,
Me or you.
Not mid
Touch
podcast.
wood. Yeah.
Wait till the podcast is done.
Touch wood.
No, but I don't know, bro. Yeah, it's just shit like that would be the worst.
Fucking scary.
Don't
man.
take days for granted, man.
Well, so I've got a question too, which is off the topic of music, which I wanted to ask because last week was it? I think there was a pink moon.
Oh yeah, supermoon.
Apparently, it was a Scorpio moon. It was a Scorpio and Taurus moon, and apparently, in each however many years or months, every star sign it's their particular moon for that month because of however the stars align.
Yeah, you're speaking my language.
So
right
my one was last month it was a Scorpio and Taurus pink moon. I'm like, all right, I'm a Scorpio. And what I was thinking, and I specifically kept it for this podcast, this thought in my mind for ages. I even wrote it down somewhere because I didn't want to forget it. I know you would be, Joey. Do you believe in that shit? Because when I read the Scorpio stuff, it's
real, bro.
it's so me that it freaks me out. Like, how is everyone's star signs like matched to them?
Let me tell you something. A lot of people who dismiss astrology think it's not just I'm a Sagittarius December, you're a Scorpio November, or whenever the fuck
we all act like
there's
it.
more
It's
than one.
weird.
There's more than one. So you have a chart, right? And your main star sign, I believe, is your rising sign. That's what it's called. But you also have a moon sign and a sun sign. And so my sun sign's like Libra, I think, or something like that. So I'm a Sagittarius, but I have other ones. And you have a big chart. Yeah. And if you read into your chart, it gets really accurate, bro.
That's
really
what I'm saying.
accurate.
Is it just? Do you believe in that shit, Joey? Or
I do.
Really?
Only because, like, to a certain extent, I think that everyone ultimately, you bring your own attributes to the table, but they do nail, even myself, sensitive Sal over here loves a big cuddle. Like everything that to me that they describe, like I'm Cancer. Oh, by the way, what a shit star sign name.
Yeah.
Like, who wants a Cancer? You know what I mean? Like, anyway, but that's even so. Tori, she's a Scorpio.
She's a Scorpio as well.
She is a Scorpio. You can see that.
she acts like a Scorpio.
Yeah,
like
100.
It fucking acts like I act like one too. It's fucked.
And you're not determining the way you act just because of some information that you're given. Like
we act like this, and then we read it and go, hold on a second. Like,
yeah, it's trippy, and that's why that comes into. I don't know if this is even the same thing, but in answer to your question, I do to a certain extent, but I don't think you're defined by it. But it does shape a lot of what. Who we are, but what you do with that is up to you. You know what I mean?
It's
but,
like the fundamental seeds. The building
but
blocks.
on the same token, like psychics, right? Is that simple a thing, or is that a whole different kettle of fish?
Some are real and some are phony, bro.
Because then they know. Because then other than astrology shit, right? Which feels like a psychic is telling you you're this way, you're that way, and then certain days you're going to feel this or that. It's similar to what these psychics tell you, which is like, but some of them could be full of shit. So
Some are.
I don't know. Astrology, I'm more on board with.
Yeah.
The psychic person telling me, oh, you've just recently had a loved one pass away.
Yeah.
I feel like they're clutching at straws.
Let me tell
Yeah,
you this.
yeah.
My Mrs. Rose, right? She's a fucking psychic, bro. My Josh, who we had on the podcast, Josh, right? She doesn't like try practice or anything, but it's just natural. So before Josh, shout out Josh, he recently got a girlfriend, and he's been single our whole life. I've known him a long time. He's never cared about girls, nothing. He just didn't care. And Rose randomly goes a couple months ago, I reckon Josh is going to get a girlfriend soon. And I'm like,
you said before that, Rose, bro. Apparently she's good at numbers, random
bro.
numbers and shit.
It's like, it's real shit, bro. Like, and this astrology stuff, you should really look into your chart, man, because fucking you'll be blown away, bro. And tarot cards too. I got an app, right? It's called Daily Tarot. and it gives you like your day, like you pick the cards and shit, and it does readings for you. It's so accurate, bro. Like really, this shit's real, man.
You go, Iggy.
No, you go.
I was just thinking the whole psychic thing, right? It's crazy how what determines like how come Rose got that gift, right? I wonder how it works, how it all works. This is obviously questions that are
we can't
obviously
answer.
Rhetorical, but these are things that my mind does tricks me. If we get on these topics, bro, I can go for ages. That's why I love when we have this little segment on this podcast where you just go on for days about aliens and it's just solid answer. But I want answers anyway. You know?
What do you think?
I want the answers, man.
Yeah, bro.
So, how do you feel then, Joey, about like life after death? What do you reckon happens next?
Man, I could get real morbid real quick if I dwell on it enough. I sometimes agree with Iggy when I think,
nothing.
Happens. What if you have those sleeps where sometimes if I smoke before I sleep, and then it just puts me straight out. I wake up for work like I just close my eyes. What if it's that? Like, think about this. Ready? Before you were alive, you didn't know you weren't alive. You weren't waiting to hatch like a fucking baby egg, like a chicken. Baby egg. What the fuck? A baby egg. But like you weren't waiting because your consciousness doesn't exist.
There's nothing there. Exactly
I sometimes tend to drift off and go, what about reincarnation? What if deja vu is just you? Because if the world is infinite, right? And every situation has happened an infinite number of times. That means boys have sat and done a podcast like this an infinite number of times. There's no way it hasn't, right? If it's infinite. So that means basically like you're kind of, I don't know, you're kind of just reliving lives, but from other people. That's why deja vu, people trip out. Why do you have deja vu? This happened in another life.
That's interesting.
What if we're already dead?
And this is a simulation.
But no, I agree, man. See, like we said in the last episode, the movie Soul, right? Perfect example, right? That's a great movie because before you're born, you're like a little extraterrestrial entity, but we weren't. And even if we were, we've got no recollection of it. I can't sit here and tell you, yeah, man, before I was born, bro, I was waiting in line, bro, chilling. We did. No, but you don't know.
The thing, but that's what I believe. I believe your consciousness is like, man, we're all the same consciousness. We're just the universe experiencing itself. You know what I mean? So we're all the same thing. We're just in our human bodies, which is like a vessel. A vessel. It's like a hindrance. You know what I mean? So when we have our own individual thoughts and things, that's our flesh body, man, but we're energy. Once you die, man, your energy's got to go somewhere. Energy doesn't just cease to exist. It transforms, it moves on. We're all just one consciousness having some... Earth is like the simulate. It's like a game. We're fucking around down here. Once we die...
This is level Earth.
Yeah,
and
man.
Then we gotta go
it's like the movie Soul when there's all this different shit and we're all spirits.
I really need to watch this movie Soul.
Oh, you do, bro. You do. It's great, man. It is a great film.
Me and my missus watched that, and when that was movie. Done, we both just looked at each other. We were like, holy fuck. Like, I literally felt... like my inner soul like pulsating, just going, let me out. Like it was fucking awesome.
Those
bro.
characters
it's done so well.
Those Pablo Picasso characters that and it says like I'm everything in the universe in a form that your human brain can understand. That's on point, bro. That's what that's what it is, man.
And why I love that movie so much too, because they used a musician that's based on a jazz player trying to get big in the jazz game.
Jamie Foxx too, man.
Fucking beautiful, bro. That movie just hit me. Like you said before, that movie ticked every box for me, bro. I had the music, I had the trippy shit that made me think about my whole life. I had the funny, like, comedy part to it. I had the classical Disney animations, bro. I even had a cat in there. It was great. Like,
even had a cat in
there. Yeah, bro.
And everything.
You'd like it, I reckon.
Yeah. So yeah, because I was thinking about that because when I read because my missus sent me she's like, oh, it's a Scorpio full moon like that, and then she messaged me again. She's like, oh my god, man, yours is so fucking accurate. I'm like, okay. I'm like, send it to me. And when I read it, bro, I was like, man, fuck. I was like, fuck, this is fucking weird.
Read your birth chart, bro. It's
weird as fuck.
It depends on when you're born and where you were born and where the planets and shit were. You should read it, bro.
So many unanswered questions that you just can't fathom to even, you're like, oh, what is this? What is that? Like, does it all mean something, or is it just all random chance? And
no way. It can't be random chance. Weird as no way. It's too perfect, bro. Like the moon in the sky, night and day, animals playing. Like, man, this shit is way too crazy. There's no way it's chance. Something created this. We did.
But we're just so like busy with our own lives that most people don't really, unless you're unless you're under the influence of some illicit substance or whatever, and you actually, because you do get carried away with your day-to-day lives and you don't think about this shit. But it does take a conversation like this to really make you think and appreciate life, because we've all know someone that's passed away and shit.
Of course.
And that alone just gives me goosebumps, bro, just thinking about, and our problems aren't shit. The fact, Iggy, that you have a job, right, that most people would be like, if you have a job, that's a blessing in of itself. We all got jobs. Oh, yeah. But then the fact that you're like, oh, there's not enough hours in the day, this is fucked. But most people, bro, are like, not most, but there's a lot of people out there that don't have the luxuries we have. But all these questions that we have to ask, extraterrestrial beings, all this shit. We're just day-to-day life, working like dogs, this and that, and we're just kind of distracted.
I think everyone needs to take a step back from the distraction and really think, because what most humans' worst enemy is time. Yeah. Right? Time is our biggest enemy. I mean, like I said, I started making music when I was fucking 19. I'm now almost 26. And then I go, fuck. Like, I'm at that make or break point. Like, I got to do something with it now, or I'm going to be fucking I'm going to be a 32-year-old with fucking 10 kids still trying to make music in my basement. Like, this is like my make or break time. So that's why every now and then, especially why I had to have a break from the music. I took a step back and I was like, okay, fuck. Like, more people need to just do that. Even if you are just going to work and like, you're not really pursuing a goal, but you can still, as a human, take time to step back and reflect and go, okay, shit. I'm almost fucking 30. What am I doing with myself? And sort of start making changes. Because when you hear the excuse all the time when people go, nah, man, it's too late. It's too late. Like, even me and my boss have this conversation all the time. He's always asking me about my music. And he's another one who's really interested, because he's probably, I don't know, I'm probably the first, not tradie, but I'd be the first construction worker who probably does something other than construction. So he's very curious. He's always asking me, man, so like, you know how we work, fucking, we get home at 8:30 at night. Like, how do you have time to make an album? I'm like, well, I do it every day. Even if I only have half an hour at 9 o'clock at night, I still do it just so I can keep my brain fresh with it. It's like training, right?
That's when you love it, bro.
Yeah. Like I said, I'm addicted to it. I'm literally addicted to it. Like, if, obviously gaming comes close second, but I know I love music way more, because even, like I said, now that I've played games for fucking 72 hours, I'm just like, ugh, I don't want to play another game now. I've got to get back into it. I've got to get the EP done. So now I'm kind of back in that mode, like, yeah, sweet. So I know I'm addicted and I love it. So my boss is like, man, like, so you do it every day, and he loves it. He froths it. He's like, man, that's so cool. And he's like, what? He's probably not even 40, like 38 maybe. And he's like, man, I really wish I had something I could do, like it's just too late. I'm like, it's not too late.
Never too late.
It's not too late for anything, bro. If you really wanted to you could. I know he's into motorbike riding and shit. I'm like, bro, if you wanted to start motorbike riding, you could do it, bro.
Post clips on Instagram of motorbike riding, just do it, man. Because people, if you have that mindset where it's just work and you're scared of like it being too late, at the end of the day, man,
it will be too late.
We're all humans, and we don't know why we're here. No one's stopping you from doing something at 50. You can go just drop everything and travel the world. Because who cares, man? Like, no one knows why we're here. Why does it matter? Do what you want.
I guess that's the biggest thing when you have regrets at the end of your life. If you're sitting back and Father Time has just done you wrong.
And you're old, you can't get up and shit.
Yeah, I wish I did this. I wish I did that. Then, like you said, time's our worst enemy. And it's just like, let's just say average. I don't know how old the average person lives to nowadays.
I think probably wouldn't even be 75.
Depends where you live.
We'll reach
I think a couple years. I probably won't. I'm going to be happy if I reach 30, to be honest. But but I think a couple years ago when we were in high school, the average was 80. But that would have been for like an average healthy bloke.
Yeah, see, it's not a long time, man. If you think of the existence of our planet, right? The whole shabam, right? It's like, it's not long, and you kind of got to do something, and it's easy to let it slip. Sometimes I think, because I'm just doing a normal job. Not like you said, like not everyone has to do music. It could be whatever, right? But I'm still trying to find myself in terms of, because I don't know whether I get up for work every day and just because it's 5 a.m. I'm not chirpy. Is that normal? Yeah. But at what point does it become an actual drag? Like it's hard to determine, when do you make that change?
Don't actually want to get up.
Yeah. And what do you make? Like, what do you do if you want to make a change? So it is hard, and like I do feel for those people that can't find their feet in that sense, because it is hard, and no matter what other people say, still doesn't help, bro. I appreciate all your guys' sentimental words and all your words of wisdom, which I believe in thoroughly, right? Thoroughly. And you're going after your dreams. I love that shit. And not saying I'm not happy. I'm definitely happy, but I'm just saying I always wonder, like, what is I want to find a hobby. Like, if someone goes to me, what's your hobby? Partying, going to work. I'm not going to work, but because I used to play soccer as a kid. Mm-hmm. You kind of lose that sport after a while, but you kind of do need a hobby, whether it be music like you boys, music or something. I just don't have a hobby. I love seeing mates, friends, work, but it is, like, I reckon I'm in the vast percentage of people that are having the same problem in terms of you don't have a hobby. Like, not that you, I don't
a lot of people are that, I think.
But do you have to have a hobby, or but
you don't have to?
But it helps, man, right?
I think it would help.
Even if it's gaming, you like your games as well, but I don't even like that anymore.
That's what I said. So to me, the music, I wouldn't classify the music as a hobby to me, because that's something I want to pursue as a job and stuff, and you know, get rich off it and be able to provide for my family with my music. So to me, the music thing is like my grind, my hustle, but the gaming is then my hobby. The gaming is my hobby, because now I've picked up sport again. Indoor soccer, I play OzTag, hobby, right? I used to froth soccer when I was little, right? And I was okay at it, right? But like I said, you go out of it, you start drinking and partying. Yeah. But I picked it back up just purely based because, like I said, I'm scared of old grandpa time. I'm getting a little bit older. I don't want to be fucking 30 years old and I'm fucking at work and fucking I pick up a shovel and it's fucking, I'm sweating. I don't want, okay. And I'm a skinny fucking guy, but it doesn't matter about how much you weigh or how your body looks. It's your insides.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And like, how you feel, like, in terms of, like, your emotions.
Exactly right. So I could be 30 years old and only weigh fucking 65 kilos, but my insides are fucking, I've got the insides, I could have the insides of a 40-year-old at age 30. Like I said, and I work with some dudes, bro, you see them, they put the shovel in and fucking, oh fuck. And I'm like, give me the fucking shovel. Like, you know what I mean? But I don't want to do that. And then I turn to their age and then I'm that guy going, fuck, because I've fucked myself asphalting or not, just fucking around and not taking care of myself. So I picked up the sport, and obviously you could change the way, you know, I eat and stuff like that, but sometimes it's hard.
Stay active. You got to stay
active. You know, that's why I feel like, the hobby, I say this to my girlfriend all the time, man, she loves the gym, but she's not at the gym all day, every day. She goes before work or after work for an hour, maybe an hour and a half max, and then she's back home. So I'm always like, man, I'm like, fuck. Find something, anything, man. I don't care if it's painting, roller skating, fucking. You want to become a professional dog walker. You want to walk heaps of other people's dogs. You need to find something just to keep you occupied.
That is all well and good in theory, but I try to get myself, and it is an excuse because we do have time. If you have time to do hold up, do all those hours and do music, there's no. But I feel like we are our own worst enemy. Like we limit ourselves with our thoughts.
100%.
And you put capabilities, you set yourself boundaries that no one else has told you but yourself. Mm-hmm. And you're like, oh, I wouldn't be able to do that. It's literally all mental. And me saying this to you, it's like, oh, how wise. I'm still going to go home and make the same mistake. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. But at least you're conscious of it. And you can, but don't forget too, like, a hobby doesn't have to be something that's forced as well. Like, I didn't force myself to love music. I just loved the music so much.
You wanted to learn more.
I got to the point where I was like, I couldn't stop thinking. So like I always, as everyone knows, it was the dubstep that got me into production. So I would listen to a dubstep song to the point where I wouldn't be able to stop thinking about how that song was made. And because I knew, and most people just go, yeah, dubstep's just sounds, but I knew there was more to it. I knew it wasn't just a bunch of dudes at a computer going bleep, bloop. I knew it because I could hear Moby was the same. Me and Moby at the party, doesn't matter where we were at, right? People would just be drinking and dancing and whatever. Me and Moby were the only two weird cunts at the party. We would have our ears to the speaker and we'd be going, bro, did you hear the fucking snare? And Moby would be like, bro, did you hear that? Like, how the fuck did that happen? Could you hear the hi-hat going? And we'd be dissecting the song like we're dissecting a frog on a science table. And it got to the point where I couldn't stop thinking about how it was made. And I was like, fuck it. I'm buying FL Studio. And I need to do this because otherwise I'm going to fucking explode because I'm just constantly thinking about it. And that's how it all started. But I didn't force that hobby. That was just my curious mind just eating away at me going, man, how does he do that? How does he do it? How did they do it? How do they do it? Yeah. Right. So a hobby can come to anyone at any age. You could turn 50 and you could go, I don't know, you could go do archery with your fucking, I don't know, your brother. Your brother takes you archery for the day and you go, and then you go, hold on a second. I'm really, really fucking liking this. And then all of a sudden you're back at the archery range the next week by yourself, not with your brother. It could be, you know, you
just got to put yourself out there, I guess, to start.
Try new things.
I guess if you stay inside and don't fucking, you know, get out there, then it's never going to happen.
You got to try new things, bro. Fucking go do archery with your brother. Go bowling. Go ice skating. It's all shit you could try, bro. Like,
especially with the internet, man. There's something for everyone. There really is. Any community, anything you're into, you can find something, man. You just got to put yourself in the right channels and, you know, find that spark. You know, something like our granddad loves fishing. You know what I mean?
He loves fishing and painting. And
he paints really good, and he loves fishing. And how old's Abuelo? I don't know, 60?
71 or 72?
That's the best, like, older person's thing to do, right? That's legit what, you know, fishing, casting a line and just
relaxing.
I can imagine him just painting, but fishing simultaneously.
Like spewing for him, because if he could drive, he'd probably just, because he's retired now. If he could drive, he'd go by himself. He'd fish every day. So we should really get him like one of them little golf caddies or something.
Hey, well, speaking of golf, I was kind of like that with golf too. So a while back, I went and played a round of golf with just a few mates, and I was so shocked at how much I loved it. I was like, this is fucking awesome. But I want to keep going, but I haven't had time. Like, I've been doing other shit.
That's funny you say that, because a few mates of mine have been going to golf, the 19th at the driving range, and they've been to Dunheved in St. Mary's, the golf course there. And yeah, like my mate in high school used to do it to the point where his dad used to take him there. He wanted to make it big, and he was pretty good. And then, you know, the other day my mate said, come down. I came down and it was good. I liked it, but you do got to make the more effort. But I could see myself liking that 100%, but it's easy to just fall back in your little cocoon at home, you know what I mean? And then before you know it, you're doing jack shit. So I would go to the gym, but gym becomes a bit, you know, it's not like you go in there and you're relaxed. You're working out. You're
working. Yeah,
it's pain, right? But it does make me feel better. Hence why I still go. But I still need something more. So I'm still trying to find that, whatever that is. But at the same time, like, it's all the journey. You know what I mean? Not everyone. That's what I mean. Everyone thinks they have to have their whole life sorted. When I was younger, I'm 27 in July. Like, when I was younger, I was 18, and I would see a 26, 27-year-old. I'd be like, you have your whole life sorted. You've got probably 3 kids. You've got a beautiful house, beautiful missus, which I have, by the way. But basically, like, you know, but then they don't, man. Like, even your parents, they're just grown up babies. Like,
I think of that all the time.
Like, they because I used to think, oh, mum and dad, they've held it down for us since I was born. We've never had a struggle, like not one struggle. Food on the plate every night, Monday to Friday, not just fucking chicken Kievs in the oven. I'm talking home cooked meals from scratch. Like, she never struggled. And I'm like, these people are just superhuman.
They've got it on lock,
But no, they're
struggling, but they're doing it in their own way.
But they have it figured out, because with age comes, you know, you're more wise, wisdom. Yeah. So you have it all figured out. We're still babies, man. You don't have to have it figured out by the age of 30. 30 is like a little percentage of your life. So
it depends.
Sometimes I get in my own head. That's my fault sometimes, you know?
It depends on who you are. It happens differently for everyone, man. Whether you're 30, 40, 50, man, you can get into all kinds of things whenever. It's just people, we put these restrictions on ourselves, man. We let society tell us how we should be. And it's like, you don't got to listen to that, man. You can do whatever you want, whenever you want.
I was going to quickly check if I got any questions, because the girls are fucking trolling me with their questions. I haven't fucking...
I'm keen to answer some random questions.
The girls were just trolling on my one, so I might have to go. Do you have any more? Aaron says, who really is Joey Khalifa? Khalifa.
Let me tell you who I am.
Of course, my girlfriend. How blessed do you feel to have me? Yes, very blessed, Chloe. Tori, is it true the only reason you're on the podcast is because of your girlfriend?
Okay, listen.
How much do you love your girlfriends?
Let's set this bar straight, right? I think I fit in well with this group that I feel like if anything was to happen, they'd side with me anyway, Tori. So no.
Look, we hit it off fucking
from the start
straight away.
That's
straight away.
Yeah, it was coming in originally was pretty intimidating, because like I said, the sheer size of the group is crazy. And in the past, I've only had male groups, and then the misses, the girlfriends, their little side attributes that they come into this social queue every now and then.
No, they did their own thing.
But then, like with your group, it's like the girls and the guys just all together at one, like a family, you know what I mean? And then it was just like everyone was so comfortable with each other, and it was just nothing like I've ever seen, which is real comforting, and I'd never felt like awkward at all or nothing. But I guess you could say Tori's the only reason I'm here, but at the same time, I had a lot to do with this. So. Hey, let's put it this way: I'm on the podcast and not you, Tori.
So what about you? Did you get more questions?
I think I got one more. Well, we could ask this to Joey, actually. Erin asked this. She obviously didn't watch the last podcast. If you could have one superpower, what would it be?
Okay, yeah, we answered this one last time.
You said fire. I said flying like a fucking bird. What would you?
God, this is so hard. This is so hard. I would have...
Super strength.
Speed. I would have invisibility.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Invisibility. Oh, yeah, I'll have a beer.
Yeah, I got to drive, but...
So have I.
Yeah.
I mean... Yeah, I reckon invisibility. It seems a bit lame, but
it's cool.
I reckon because sometimes you want to be a fly on the wall. Have you ever wanted to be a fly on the wall to like legit have that saying is so like, oh, I wonder what these people have said about me or whatever, and it's just like not just that, but that's just a little example, you know. But I could think of so many more, but right now I think it's invisibility because you can go undetected. You can go into like Area 51 and just be like,
yeah, fuck yeah.
But then again, the aliens could probably see you and shit because you're invisible and they're already invisible.
How do we know there's someone that isn't invisible here right now? And how would we know? What if someone out there has superpowers, but it's like the movies and they don't let anyone know?
Keep it hush,
how would we know? It could be. And our cousin Alex, yeah, I think this is a pretty good question. I
think this is a fucking hard one.
Yeah, it is a hard one. It's very strange. He said, "What is thinking?" And can thought mislead one's perception of reality?
Okay, yeah. So the whole thought thing misleading, that's 100% true, because sometimes people, example, you can just think of something, right, and take it the wrong way to what someone has said or what you've seen. It's happened to everyone.
Yeah,
you're a fucking liar if you said you haven't. Like, how many times I don't know, maybe someone in school said something and you've kind of gone, oh, what if like, what kind, like, and you sort of take it seriously, but they're having a laugh. Like, example, me, right? It probably happens, people probably think this of me all the time because I'm a sarcastic piece of shit, right? And I fuck around a lot, as you know, Joey. I joke around a lot, I fuck around, but because you know me, you know
how to perceive that.
You know I'm fucking around all the time, and I don't mean half the shit I say unless I'm talking serious like I am now. You know, you can read my body language, the way my face is. You know that, just like I know that about you now. But if you don't know me, right, especially this is why I hate starting a new job. Because when I go there, I'm very, very quiet because I don't know, because my personality is pretty out there. So I keep to myself because I don't know. I could be working with a guy who doesn't really have a good sense of humor, and I say something and they could get the shit and they take it the wrong way. And then next thing you know, I'm stuck working with a guy who hates me. Right, so I'm very quiet and reserved, and I let people start to show themselves, and after like a couple of months, then I'm a fuckwit. I'm just wild. I'm a piece of shit. I'm just always having a laugh.
Yeah.
So that I do believe that one's thought can mislead your perception of reality or whatever. But the what is thinking thing,
what is it?
I don't know.
We don't know,
because I'm thinking right now, but I can't answer it. So that's a fucking hard question, bro. I mean, is it a little voice in your head? Because people always say about the voice in your head, but I don't actually ever hear anything in my head.
No, but you know it's there.
I don't have a voice going, like,
yeah, but do you have conversations with yourself when you're thinking? Do you say, oh, I'm gonna grab this and put this over here?
You know, when I make music, it's bad. I literally talk to myself out loud. That's why my girlfriend freaks out when I make music. But I'm going, oh, I gotta put the drum here, and then she goes, oh my god, like what the fuck? Like when I make music, I'm like a fucking alien. I got tentacles coming out and shit, like touching buttons and shit. So yeah, it's a hard question, man. I don't know.
I think it's similar in that thinking can, change your perception of reality because your thoughts are unique to you. So, like, I think anxiety is a good example. Like, if you're anxious and you're paranoid all the time, that's just you, man. Like, the outside world, you have nothing. You're anxious of this guy hates me, this guy hates me. He doesn't hate you. He doesn't give a fuck. He's just living his own life. But your own thoughts are making you think that's reality, that he hates you.
I feel that.
You know what I mean? But what is thinking? Yeah, fuck, who knows, eh? Like,
it's just literally, like, it's artificial you can't even use the word thoughts because then you're like, no, what are thoughts? Like, it's like
artificial intelligence.
Everyone has a subconscious, right? Conscience?
Mm-hmm. That's right.
Yeah. So like basically that drives you your whole life, right? But it depends how much. Like for example, when I smoke weed, right? It makes me like more aware of other people's feelings, more aware of myself as a human, as a whole, how I'm doing. If I have things that I haven't addressed in life,
the weed helps you.
That I'm hiding. It's like, hey, bro, shines a spotlight right over it, and I'm forced to tend to it. You know what I mean? Because when I'm sober, I still have that voice in my head, but it's way less of a voice because you're distracted with everyday life, blah, blah. Yep. But you don't obviously need weed, but I'm just saying that it obviously, intensifies it. But it's only when you just weed happens to allow that more. But it does take you to just like reflect sometimes, like we were saying before, and that makes you more aware of those thoughts. But whether those thoughts, that thinking, whether all that is negative or it can really hinder someone like and make their life heaps less than what it could be. But it's so easy. It's one of those things you're beating a dead horse with it. If you're talking to someone with some mental illness or anxiety, which a lot of people suffer from, it's like something that like I don't think I suffer from anxiety. I do get anxiety like every normal person does, but
I think every single human gets anxiety. It's a human emotion.
Yeah, and a lot of people would maybe use that as a cop-out and blame anxiety. Oh, I have anxiety. Yeah, okay, you do, but you don't have anxiety. Like I've seen people with anxiety that have anxiety attacks, and it's like uncontrollable. Like it's like
panic attack.
I can't relate, bro. So, and I don't know how to. And I've handled it in a shit scenario sometimes. Like it wasn't bad, but I remember me and Tori going in the city, and Tori freaks out when we're in the city, and I was driving her manual car, and I drive a manual car, but as you know, the clutches vary. And cars, they feel different. Yeah, so I was bunny hopping a few times, right?
Yeah.
But then we were in the city. I took a wrong turn, blah, blah, blah. We were 5 minutes away from the hotel and she was freaking, right?
Oh, really?
Then I started, because she was freaking and I was on the edge.
Freaking.
Then I got road rage at some guy behind me. So I'm looking, not even at the road anymore. I'm looking behind me in my back going, what the fuck? And she's freaking out more. So I didn't handle that right. But that's only because I don't know how, the brain works when you're under those kind of pressures. So it is crazy. And that's all from, she didn't see any sense. What she was doing, how she was acting, I know she wasn't acting out of spite. She was being like kind of abrupt with me. But that was because she was freaking. But it takes over, bro. Like she was a different person. And that's like, goes to show that's a poor example. But some people suffer from that daily, man.
Oh, yeah.
And then that, imagine the self-confidence you have if you're constantly doubting yourself from, anxiety. But like you said, DZ, it's kind of like yourself. You've made it up before you've even done it. Yeah. That's why I was reading this book called The Power of Now. And when I fucked my chest, I tore my pec off my shoulder bone while snowboarding in New Zealand like 2 years ago, right? And when I was off work for like 10 weeks, I was forced to read, right? I never read, but I wanted a life application book. I can't get into fiction, so I'd rather watch movies if it's fiction, but life application book, if I can apply it to my life, all well and good, I'm drawn in. The Power of Now tells you about how you shouldn't identify yourself with your thoughts. They're just they're
it's like a second opinion, really, your thoughts. But then how you act is what you really want to do.
Well, they say you should never live in the future because you'll always be in angst of getting to your goals quicker than what you are. All you have is now. If you live in the past, you're going to be filled with resentment or, depression or all we have now. And they talk about the trees and the plants, right? These things that are living but not living, right? Do you think trees are sitting there and blowing in the wind going, oh, today's going to be raining? It's like, no, they are truly at being with themselves in the present moment. They have no care in the world. They grow, whether it's sunny, snowy, rainy.
Still grow. I've never thought of it like that, man. That's a fucking awesome analogy, bro.
But it is hard to apply because I'll be reading this shit and I'm like, like you with your tarot cards, your what is it, astrology? Yeah. I'm reading shit and it's like, and it'll have this little symbol saying, and the symbol means, it tells you at the start of the book, when this symbol is applied in the book, it means take a second to think about what was just said in the book.
Okay.
So it'll have a quote and it'll say, so every now and then, at the end of every chapter, it'll have this. I don't remember exactly what it was saying, but it was saying something along the lines of like, we don't have problems in life, air quotes, problems, right? They're only life situations, but we make them problems by constantly thinking about the future. Iggy, you got a big EP coming up, right? You're gonna kill it whether you like it or not. All right, you're passionate about it. That's what you do,
but
right?
I just overthink,
but you think
and then I get stressed about it for no reason. Yeah, okay.
And that goes to show that you legit. It's just the anxiety. It's like when I went skydiving years ago. I was freaking.
Oh, so was I. How bad is it?
Oh, bro.
Even I was chewing my nails and shit. And I never chew my nails. I chewed every nail to the bone, bro. I was waiting to board the plane on like a cartoon where they fucking. That shit was crazy.
But once you do it, it's exhilarating. And it's like, this isn't even about this. Going back to just like natural, everyday, like just thinking about future shit. It is so hard to be present. Like, and too many people identify themselves with their thoughts. Oh, I'm this, I'm that, blah, blah, blah. No, the first step is being aware of it, like sort of like nubbing it in the bud and being like, all right, listen, I'm not my thoughts. And you got to try and just be. But it is so hard because I'll read it and the next minute I'm freaking about work. It is hard.
It's hard to apply.
Yeah, 100. But it's good to have, though, up your sleeve to think about, because sometimes I'll be freaking and I'm like, you know what, like, it is what it is. I'm going to do my best at whatever it is, or I'm just going to, like this podcast. To be honest, I was rocking up thinking, man, it's a different thing having like when you're mic'd up and you're having like headphones in. Mm-hmm. But if we're just talking with no headphones and no podcast,
it's what we do every weekend.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But then I'm like, even coming here for a bit, not much. It's not like I was sweating on the palms, but I was like, wow, like
what to expect?
Yeah, what do I expect? But then I go, you know what? Fuck it. I rocked up with a half a bottle of whiskey, and I'm like, let's just do it. You know, and look how it's gone. You know, it's flat. But I don't know, man.
Once again, too, for people listening as well, this is completely unscripted. The only thing that we read are your guys' questions. So fan questions, viewer questions. That's the only thing we do, just to add a little bit of
spice.
We're just
talking shit, man.
And that's why, this is great, man. Like I said, this is how we're talking right now. Me and Joey have done this 100 times in the past 2 years.
Sometimes not sober, but most of the time.
But it happens, bro. So it's the same thing.
But that was quite impressive, though. When this podcast first started, I thought, I've only listened to well-known podcasts, and I'm like, I wonder how the flow is going to go.
To see,
you've engaged me in every podcast, which is, you know what I mean. So,
conversations do that, man. It's just natural. And off what you're saying about your thoughts, a similar, like trying to be present is so important, and it's such a good skill to have, and it's something everyone should really try to build. We only exist in this present moment, and it's a similar thing that you're saying with your thoughts, that you should do with your emotions. So if you're feeling upset or angry or something pisses you off, you acknowledge, okay, this made me angry, this is upset, I see that, now I've got to let it go and move on. And that's kind of how you have to train yourself to be. Same with your thoughts, your feelings, you got to acknowledge it, but don't let it consume you.
Of course. Well, I mean, I can thank Chloe for this, so my girlfriend. So for the past, I've always been a very reserved guy, where I don't talk about how I feel. I don't tell anyone. Even I could be in the shittest mood, but I can rock up to the party or work and you would not be able to tell I'm in a bad mood, because I can put on a front, like a face. I can act like I'm happy even when I'm not. I was only thanks to Chloe recently, the past 2 years even, where she's really helped train me to, okay, if you're angry about something, doesn't matter how silly or what it is, even if I just haven't done the washing for the week, just let it out. Just tell me. Say, hey, you've pissed me off. And I just couldn't do it for ages and ages and ages, to like breaking point, to the point where I was frustrating Chloe so bad, to the point where she was like, if you don't fucking start talking, bro, like something's going to change in this relationship. Like you got to start. And it's really helped me as a fucking person, bro. I have never felt as good as I do now, bro, because now I talk, bro. Like I let people know when they piss me off or at work. And if I didn't like that, like, you know what I mean? But that's why you got to be able to, if you can dish it out, you got to be able to take it too. Like example, with some cunt, if I say a joke and then some guy pulls me aside later and goes, hey man, like I didn't appreciate that. I'm like, fuck bro, sorry man. Like I didn't mean it, but like I'll acknowledge that, and I won't make those type of jokes around that person. You know what I mean? So yeah, being present. I mean, going all the way back to the fucking question, this all stemmed from what is thinking. So fuck, I don't know what it is, but
we're doing it right now.
That was thinking. My cousin Alex.
Yeah, cousin.
Okay. So shout out Alex, bro. He's listening all the way from Byron, which his brother is the Viking N3, which he's been doing music for a hot minute.
Yeah, he's been killing it.
I'm pretty sure he's working on an album. He's another one.
Is he working on an album?
Yeah, he's been working on an album for like the past 2 years, hasn't he?
I don't know. He's been quiet though, so he might have something.
He's been quiet, so I'm pretty sure he's working on an album. So shout out, man. So shout out to our cousins. Another thing I wanted to bring up too, right? This happened to me a couple of days ago, right? I went to Kmart with my missus, Women Penrith, and I was getting things from bits of accessories for my costume for tomorrow. and so the character that I'm going as, in some, he also rides the skateboard. So I was tossing up between getting the skateboard, right? Yeah, no. There was one in Kmart, right? And it was yellow, the one that my character uses. So I was gonna contemplate buying a $10 penny board and spraying it yellow. And I was looking at and I was like, I'm walking past the aisle in Kmart and I see the skateboards on the rack. And I'm like to my girlfriend, I'm like, oh, hey, look, here are the skateboards. And all I hear behind me is just some random lady go, skateboards are stupid and dangerous. And before,
what a Karen.
And before I turned around, I was going to say, because obviously I could tell that she was a woman and older. I was going to say, because like I said, I'm a smart ass, right? So the first thing I can think of is like how to bag this bitch out. I was going to say, yeah, you probably think that because you're just too old to ride them or something. I was going to say something, just being a piece of shit, right? Yeah, about age, just have a dig at her. And thank fuck I didn't, because I turned around and she had one of those fucking 4-legged walking sticks and one eye missing.
Oh my God.
And I went, oh. So she was obviously like, and she had a carer. So obviously she was like some type of special ed. And I was like, wow. I was like, oh my God.
And if you said something, you would have got judged by the carer also. The carer would have been like, you piece of shit.
I was like, oh.
You're going to hell.
So that goes to just, just don't fucking,
Don't judge a book.
Don't react on your first thought all the time.
Even though she has no excuse, shout out to this girl if she's listening, right? Just because you have one eye and you're aging like the rest of us doesn't give you the right to kill someone's anime dreams to dress up as. Right. Who are you dressing up as on the weekend?
Killua.
Killua?
So, well, I just found it funny, bro, because I was going to react, but luckily I didn't. And then I looked at my girlfriend and I'm just going like, I was trying not to laugh. I was like, fuck, man. I was about to fucking like abuse an old pirate. Like an old pirate. Like an eye patch and shit. I was like, fuck. So yeah, I just had to say that too, because that was a fucking random ass story, man. Fucking hell. Do you got any more questions, DZ, or was that all?
I think that was all of them.
That was all of them? Fucking hell, man. We've almost hit 2 hours.
Oh, fucking
2 hours?
Does it feel like 2 hours?
No.
Not at all, bro. This is like a time.
It flies, bro.
It
flies, bro. Jesus Christ.
Jesus Christ, man. I mean, do you got any more music, DZ, coming? Or are you waiting now for the collabs and EPs?
Yeah, pretty much. I don't got nothing at the moment. Oh, I sent you that single.
Is that a beat off Jensen?
Yeah.
Okay, I thought so, because I saw you called the song the folder purple, and then he uploaded a beat saying purple. I'm like, okay.
There was one beat, DZ, that I sent both you and Iggy, and do with it what you will. In other words, just do it. All right. You got to jump on the Blue Lights remix that Wombat jumped on, bro. It's like one of those melancholy vibes. Like I said,
I watched that. I fuck with that video. Yeah.
Yeah, bro. I don't know. There's certain beats that I hear now that I'm like, oh, DZ will be hectic on that. I'm so rap biased, bro. It's fucked to the point where sometimes I feel like I'm a one-trick pony, and if someone was like Tori doesn't really vibe with my music as well as hers because she has a more diverse range. Yeah. So sometimes I feel like it's just the same shit.
Yeah,
but
the Blue Lights.
That's how I feel.
I was sick.
You want to wrap it?
Wrap it and cap it.
All right. Yeah, we'll wrap it. I've got to just double check. I've got no more questions. Yeah, so my questions were, of course, all the girls just fucking around.
Are there any
the soap dirty floor? Does soap clean?
Yeah, no. So I feel like I get trolled, and then this kind of gets all the proper questions. You notice I always get trolled by the women?
Well,
yeah, that's all of them. All right, man. Well, fuck. Hey, I hope this might be our longest podcast yet, because with this one, there's going to be minimal editing, because I've just been getting up and playing. Our camera's died once again. I've been getting up, just going pause, stop, pause. We haven't even had a break.
Yeah, we usually.
I haven't gone up to piss. Like nothing. Iggy's brought me drinks.
Yeah, I hope this might be our longest one. I hope
this is a great one, man. Fuck yeah.
This might hit an hour 40, an hour 50, maybe.
And what was the second highest?
I think our longest one so far is 104 minutes.
All right. So basically, in the future, if your podcasts look like they're about to scrape 139, I'm going to come in.
And cut unplug it.
No, man, but I'm excited for what the future holds for you guys, and I'm 100% a fan. And when you have mates that support you with no benefit of their own, with no agenda, no nothing,
and makes it a lot easier,
and
for
just
us.
humbling to see you grow as well. Like, it's good to see, man, and you have all the support that you need. You know, both family and friends, and definitely friends. And
we appreciate every bit of it. Like I said, it makes it so much easier for us because, like I said, the first people you got to impress are your mates.
Yeah,
and then the rest comes. You know what I mean? So it is awesome. I dare say we will have you back. I think what I want to do with you next, Joey, which would be super fun, is we have you as a double guest with someone else, because I think then we could probably go even longer.
Yeah,
and we could
sure.
we could probably do like a 3-hour whopper.
Yeah,
but that might be in a few episodes.
Don't you have plans as well for like?
So every 10 episodes we want to spice it up. Because I want to
do something different,
do something a little bit different, but I don't want to strain because the whole like theme for FireCast is just chill,
chat shit,
vibe, drinks.
Yeah,
it's just what we do on the weekend, just recorded for other people's pleasure.
Yeah,
I don't want to stray too far away from that vibe, but I also do want to slightly every 10 episodes, maybe even every 5 episodes if we get a bit more popular, where we can just do something a little bit different, where maybe we talk about more of a certain topic, or we have a theme, or
like, would you do that with like not fan questions, but you can even go, obviously you'd create your own mostly, but even if you go, you know what, let's just leave it up to the fans. What do you think we should discuss on this week? And then you can have those, you know what I mean? Because so far you've done pretty good with the topics that you've discussed, considering, you know, you're just starting out and you know.
Yeah, well, another thing which is a good idea, I think, which would be super chill, is same thing. We do it for a week in advance though. Whoever we got comments to say when you come back, right? We do on the Monday or whatever. We all post, ask your questions, and we collect them for a whole week. Say we record Friday, and then we can get like a big fucking wheel with all the questions, and you just spin it. And if your question lands, we answer it. If it doesn't, then just bad luck. Kind of just a bit more interesting.
No, that's fun because that'll draw the big wheel. That'll draw everyone in more. You know what I mean?
Something simple, cool but simple, because I don't want to stray away from the whole chill vibe that we've got going on. You know what I mean? So yeah, man. Thank you for coming on, bro. That was fucking.
That was a pleasure. My pleasure, man. I was waiting for this for ages,
bro.
Hell yeah.
So that was FireCast episode 12. I never fucking remember the episode, man.
Best episode yet.
Yes, sir.
Thank you very much, brother. And peace out, boys.
Sure.